It was so painful. Loss of income, loss of guests, loss of staff. Today, there's light again because of the COVID-19 vaccine. I listened to the scientists and to my trusted friends in the medical profession. I took the vaccine to get back to work and back to life. And because I care for myself and for each of you, I am only one. But together, we can get there.
Hey, I am Corporal 85 Grant, attached to CRD Eastern Division, reminding you that incest and all other sexual violence is a crime.
And me say no make them take advantage of you.
Good morning, how are you doing? Hello? Hey, what? Somebody. Yeah, this is one of those kind of Mondays, yeah. I don't know, it's just like it's not feeling like myself, and I'm definitely not. Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Donald. I just said good morning to you.
Morning, man.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you too.
Yes, how are you doing?
I'm not
You had a
feeling.
good night?
No.
What do you do about good night?
I don't
You didn't
know.
say your prayers? Huh?
What's that?
You didn't say your prayers?
No.
Well, that's why you didn't have a good night.
Okay.
Anyhow, I have coconut oil if you want to buy it. Local coconut oil. If you want to buy to send your family or your sister and everyone in America have coconut oil, eh?
Okay, that's good.
Yeah?
That's good.
Right. Anybody you know that want coconut oil, Mr. Donald, tell them because we just buy to go in England and America. Local coconut oil. Have a blessed day. I'm going in town now.
What are you going to do in town today?
Well, what I have to sell, I'm going to show how I'm going to sell out to make $1. Good morning to my Prime Minister and all the ministers of government. Miss Sandra Thomas, in Hermitage, good morning to you and Brother Tilly and Ron and everybody. Good morning. I wake up strong and healthy this morning.
That's
Thank
good.
God.
That's good to know.
Yeah. Answer me nice, eh, boy?
What that's good to know?
DeAndre, good morning. I don't know when last you pass and look for me. Good morning.
I tell her stop.
You can't tell her that. She have her own mind and she own.
Well, duh.
She have her mind and she own. Good morning to everybody, and so tells everybody, Shanti Mill. I'm going now. Yolan Smith, good morning, my ambassador. All you have a nice day. Good day. So they look nice. All me like a corn buster boy. This morning when I watch. Yes.
Yo, who planted?
I that plant, corn and sorrel, yam, everything, they head shoot up. Thank God.
You go, you get
Later,
through.
darling.
You get through.
Abby.
Bye.
Morning, you get breadfruit just now. The breadfruit falling my vex.
What, the young ones?
Why big breadfruit just falling from the tree? Yeah. Nice breadfruit, the tree take a good load, but it just falling. I don't know.
The owner was your blight?
No, you don't have light.
The owner?
I don't have light. No, I don't have light. No. Have a good day. I don't even read you this morning.
Take care of yourself.
Morning to everybody. All you have a blessed day.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. 91. Definitely the boss. Ain't no joke about that. So, what's up? Is that a call? It's coming through. Let's take it. So what's up? Call. Good morning.
Good morning, Andre, and how are you?
I'm okay. Don't listen to your radio. Listen to me on the phone, because if you listen to the radio, you're going to get a problem. All right? So talk to me.
Okay, what I called to notify now, so there's a bus pipe a little between the arena and between Silverly Shop.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a bus pipe there. The bus in front of by the arena there. So I don't know if Nawasa could come and check it because a lot of water is wasting.
All right. Thank you.
Okay then, thank you.
All right, great.
Bye-bye.
Have a nice day. Bye-bye. Bandy, I knew you listened, so you'd have heard that. Check there. So I guess you guys have what? A 6-inch or a 4-inch there? I'm not sure, but whatever, you need to check to see what's going on. You sit down again? You sit down again?
Yeah.
I just can't get it. I can't get it together.
That's okay. I know how you feel. I'm telling you, I know how you feel. Remember I had that
just
day?
Can't get it together.
I still kind of have that day, but I know how you feel. It's like you're there, but you're not really there, and you feel troubled, but you don't know what's troubling you. I wouldn't really say trouble, but
Not
you
trouble.
feel not in it.
I'm just not.
And you don't know why you're not in it. I know. It happens
Yeah.
to the best of us.
You mean I'm the best? Damn, thanks for telling me. That kind of like give me a little, hand up.
Whatever. Anyways, I need your pharmaceutical advice because I need something to boost my energy. My energy levels have been really, really low for the past few weeks. I have not been saying anything, but I think it's starting to get to me mentally also.
If you had asked me this off air, I'll tell you
Oh, please.
something. Honestly, I'll tell you something to use.
Okay.
But the fact that I am not qualified to give medical advice.
Okay.
So your best bet is
Go in the pharmacy?
giving Dr. Joseph a
visit.
call.
A call?
Yeah, and say, hey, doc, this is what it is.
Okay.
Do you understand? And she would,
I'll still take the off-air advice.
yeah. No, I ain't giving it. People gonna do no. Okay.
But yeah, so that has been going on with me for the past few weeks, and I think it's getting worse.
Yeah. I'll call him Dr. Fletcher because he's not alive, so I could do that. Mr. Fletcher is alive. I'll tell you, well, go to Mr. Fletcher, and him being the kind of pharmacist that he is.
I know.
Yeah, but he's gone. Drink a packet of emergency daily with food. What is the emergency daily?
I know about the emergency thing. There's different flavors. There's orange flavors. I think there's strawberry flavors in it. It's kind of like how should I put it? It's kind of like a vitamin C kind of thing, I think. I could be wrong. I do stand corrected. But yeah, I think that's what it is. Emergency with food.
Emergency with food. That is your manager that says that. So you could probably take it. It's Monday morning, yeah? And you guys, I come here every morning without fail. Every morning I come here without fail, and I energize you. I give you vibes to go to work, and this morning I'm not feeling it, and you're just sitting there on your hunches, and you're not going to do something energize me? Huh? I energize 20, 30, 40, 50,000 of you every day, and not one day 10 of you will energize me? That's not good. Yeah.
Hey, power levels up.
What?
I was singing a little song there. Hey, power levels up. Put
No,
your
but
rags on front.
come on, man. That's not nice. Good morning, Chrissy. Good morning, Betty James. Who's Betty James?
I don't know, I tell you.
Oh, Betty James. Okay. What? No, let me just say this, eh? Let me say this, and let me be very, very thing. And you see, this is something I wanted to say since 2 weeks ago. Has to do with persons who send you messages. Now, people send you messages on WhatsApp, and it happens on my WhatsApp because I get messages here, I get messages on the station's WhatsApp, and then there are messages that come in on the Facebook. So you're having to do so and do all of that. I just believe that people should be a lot clearer with their messages, and that is why sometimes I don't respond because I'm not too sure as to where they're speaking when they send a one-liner. Well, that is true. No, I would have spoken and said a number of things. I don't know what you're agreeing with. And then you might see, Andre, don't say that. But what is it I shouldn't have said?
Yeah.
You know, so I just say to people, this is what you need to do.
Clarity.
Clarity is important.
Yeah. Somebody's calling.
Yeah, somebody's on the line here. Good morning.
Good morning, Jerry.
Good morning.
How are you, sir?
Not good.
Yeah, I heard that. You need to stop yelling like that, man. What?
That is why I'm not good. You see, you understand?
Jerry, you got a window in your office?
Where, in the studio here?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a window. I can see a pear tree.
You can see out the window. What do you see the light, right?
Yeah.
Where do you think that light came from?
Where it came from? I don't know. Up, down, somewhere.
Well, Jerry, you woke up this morning, right?
Yeah.
You were able to put on your shoes?
Well, yeah, I have shoes on.
And you walk from point A to point B.
Well, duh.
And Jerry, guess what? You're sitting down right now, right?
Well.
And you're breathing in and out.
And
you're alive, man. You're alive. That's enough energy you need, you know.
Nope,
Because
that's not enough.
God got you up this morning. He made you be able to get where you got to go and do what you got to do, and you should be thankful about that right there. You know.
No.
That doesn't give you strength.
Nope. Not this morning. Listen, that works every morning. Every morning outside of this morning, that works. I know God woke me up.
Yeah.
I know everything. He gave me strength. I know all of that. But that definitely ain't cutting it this morning.
Well, Jerry, the only thing I can say is maybe it's been too long. You need to get you a lady, man.
You say that again?
It's been too long. You need to get you a lady. I mean, you woke up alone this morning, right?
Well, I hope one listening.
Well, I hope you get lucky today, man.
I hope so. I hope one's listening so I can get lucky.
I'm going to cut my grass, man. You have a great day, okay?
You take care, man. One love.
God
Great.
bless you. Yeah.
Right.
Bye-bye. Yeah.
So, right. Lady needed. You feel?
I don't even entertain this conversation. Energy needed.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, what is true? What is true?
Energy needed.
You see? Clarity.
Yeah, right.
Clarity. Oh my. You know we late for the weather.
Oh, I didn't even know about the weather this morning, no?
We need to be. Let me see.
Can you call them?
Where's the people number there?
Look. Can you call them? 444-4142. Call them. I'm really not with it today. I'm going to get the other thing ready. You call them. In the meantime, tell me when to lock them in. Oh.
Turn off my mic.
Your mic, okay, fine. That's gone. Your mic is gone. They're not answering? Wow.
Hi, good morning. How are you? I don't remember the voice. Mr. Tima? Alright, great. Sorry that we're a bit late this morning.
Yeah, that is cheating in the weather there. Who's that, Mr. Tima? Mr. Tima. So I lock him in?
Lock him in.
Alright, I just did. Alright, so Jerry.
How you doing?
I ain't doing well.
You're not doing well?
No, not with it today.
Okay, well, I thought with such an assistant by your side, you'll be doing well.
No, man, assistant making it worse.
Excuse me?
Oh, wow.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
I did not hear that.
The audacity.
You don't want to hear that your business for this, but you do not hear what I say, you know. All right, what's it gonna be like today, bro?
Well, what is happening now is that we have particularly conditions and hazy conditions occurring throughout the Eastern Caribbean. Winds east-northeasterly at 20 miles an hour. Down at our parts, barometric pressure is below normal, This is now 10, 12.8. Remember, normal is 10, 13.2 millibars. Current temperature 27.6 Celsius. So relative humidity 79%. Now, during the last 24 hours, we had a maximum temperature of 30.2, a minimum of 26.4. And during that same period, we had rainfall of 1.1 millimeters, which means the total rainfall for the month thus far is 44.3 millimeters. Let's look at the public forecast now. This is valid for today and tonight for Grenada, Carriacou, and the PT Martinique. Conditions are expected to be partly cloudy and hazy, becoming cloudy with light showers this evening and tonight. Winds east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles an hour. Seas moderate with 5 to 7 feet on open waters. Tides are currently falling, so we'll have low tide at 8:43 this morning, and high tide will be at 5 p.m. Maximum temperature today should get up to just around 30.5 Celsius. We have sunset today at 6:31, and sunrise tomorrow will be at 5:43. So just let me repeat the public forecast again. Remember, it's valid for today and tonight for Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique. Conditions are expected to be partly cloudy and hazy, becoming cloudy with light showers this evening and tonight. Okay, Andrew, so that's all for me. It's back to you.
I wish you could have stayed there and give the longest weather report ever. It lasted all up until 9 o'clock.
Well, I can talk weather for the whole day, you know.
Well, yeah, go ahead. I'm here. I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm listening. Yeah.
Remember, I do have other things to do.
Well, it's never offer to give what you cannot give.
Oh,
all right.
I could give it, but just the conditions wouldn't allow it. Yeah.
All right, I hear you. Jerry, the pictures.
Oh,
Still
yeah.
waiting on you, right?
Yes, actually, I did some work on that already. Let me read about efforts on that.
All right, good.
Okay?
Thank you, man.
All the best.
Take care. Good, right. 96 degrees in the shade.
I don't come in here that plate now.
Nah, it's a song. I ain't playing no song this morning.
Why?
Because I had to do other things.
Play the water wise and then play the song.
Water, Earth's purest, life-sustaining resource, can easily become contaminated by environmental conditions. NAWASA continues to improve the quality of its water supply through state-of-the-art water treatment systems and trained, experienced staff. NAWASA preserves our health and quality of life. NAWASA, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Good morning, listeners, and welcome to another edition of WaterWise, a production of the National Water and Sewerage Authority, NAWASA. I am Wendy Chateau. Climate change poses major risks to the islands in the Caribbean, with rising sea levels, stronger hurricanes, longer dry seasons, and shorter wet seasons. Increased air and sea surface temperature can promote the development of stronger tropical cyclones due to factors such as warmer temperatures, increasing the probability of storms becoming hurricanes and providing the energy for hurricanes to intensify. On this morning's program, Acting Executive Director of SEDIMA, the regional organization charged with the responsibility for overseeing Caribbean disaster management, Elizabeth Riley, speaks to the global response to climate change in the context of the impact on the region and in the face of predictions of an above-average 2021 Atlantic hurricane season.
I think there is always a space for more work to be done. And SEDIMA, as a regional agency, we very much support the messages and the advocacy that is being done by our political directorate, as well as through the work of the Caribbean Community Climate Change Center, the 5Cs, in advocating for better support for small island states. As you know, the small island states are not responsible for what is happening globally with respect to the changing climate, but we are suffering most adversely from the changing climate. And there's a lot more work to be done from the perspective of advocacy, from the perspective of looking at how small island states can better access the resourcing pools that have been made available globally. I think there's some positive steps in that direction where we're seeing, for example, entities like the Green Climate Fund investing more in building the capacity of the human resources in the small island state to be able to develop proposals and access those funds. So there's some steps in the right direction, but absolutely there's a lot more to be done. And I think there's also a good opportunity now, as we have seen at the global level with the positioning of the Biden administration and certainly their recommitment to the indications and the scope of the Paris Agreement. That's a very good signal. And I think it augurs well for what can happen as we go forward. Yes, we give a lot of emphasis to the tropical cyclones, that's the storms and the hurricanes. But remember that in this region, we also get significant severe weather events. And we have seen severe weather events produce devastating impacts in a number of our states. You know, we had the December rains of 2013, and that happened just around Christmas time, outside of season, but it was very impactful. And so this is a lot of what we're seeing with the changing climate. And our climate scientists have advised us that we will continue to see this type of phenomena happening within the Caribbean and happening more frequently as well. So it's not just about the hurricanes. The hurricanes are absolutely important. We said, pay attention to what is happening. Make sure you're prepared. It takes just one, but also give due consideration then to the other severe weather events that can take place, and make sure you're doing so safely based on the guidance from your healthcare professionals.
As you are aware, clean water is essential to safeguarding health before, during, and after a hurricane, but adverse weather conditions can affect the conditions necessary for a safe supply. Ensure that you can store at least a 3 days supply of 35 gallons of water per person per day, giving consideration to the individual needs of your family and pets. That's our program for today. On behalf of the team at NAWASA, I am Wendy Chateau, wishing you a fantastic day and reminding you to, if you haven't already done so, go follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay connected.
Water, Earth's purest life-sustaining resource, can easily become contaminated by environmental conditions. NAWASA continues to improve the quality of its water supply through state-of-the-art water treatment systems and trained, experienced staff. NAWASA preserves our health and quality of life. NAWASA, committed to meeting customers' needs.
One of these days, I'll just switch on your mic when you're talking all your garbage.
I don't care. I don't care. People should expect the unexpected from me. What's wrong with you? Anyways.
I just needed to do that.
Yeah, nah.
But I ain't help.
First of all.
What
happened to you over the weekend?
No.
Vehicle-wise?
Well, that. I had an accident.
How?
Huh?
What happened?
I had an accident.
How? Proceed.
Proceed?
Well, I want to hear.
Oh, okay. But I went to drop something off for someone who's leaving, I think, on Wednesday or Thursday. And that's the only time I would have had to drop it off, something for my sister. Mm-hmm. And in where did I drop it up? La Mode.
You don't even know where it is.
Yeah, La Mode. I kind of got
Patrick's?
La Mode in, not La Mode. La Mode is St. Patrick, La Mode is St. George.
And you ain't bring me in town? You know how long I ain't going town?
For real? All right, so don't worry. We'll do that.
Proceed.
Yeah. So I got there myself and my other two IC. Who's my other two IC?
Abby. If you don't have Nabi, then we know Abby.
Yeah, myself and my other two IC. So we roll and we're coming back up. We pass in the market by Primus and stuff, and then drink our water and all that thing and come back up. There's a vehicle that was in front of me coming up to 1910 from St. George's. Right?
Yes.
The vehicle was in front of me.
Yes.
When the vehicle got to 1910, the vehicle stopped. So I passed. And then by the time I got to where the tourism center is, the vehicle was behind me. So we traveling because it was raining.
Yeah.
So it's one of those days when you had to really take it easy on the hills.
Yeah.
And when we got to Don't know if you know where they sell tires now in going to Birch Grove. They sell tires. There's a container. I think it's a pink building or something like that. Anyway. Right. So just after that, there is a left-hand road. I think it goes to Adelphi.
Yes.
Left-hand road.
I'm with you.
Right. So I got there, and the vehicle that was behind me, by the time I got to, after that left-hand road, there's a place where the police has a white line in the middle of the road going around a corner before you come to a garage down on the right.
Yes.
By the time I got there, I realized that the vehicle that was behind me was not behind me again. So I'm continuing down the hill, go past the Nutmeg Pool where my good partner, what's his name? He works at Hotspot. He has a hotspot there for himself now. So he getting free ads this morning, yeah? Right in the Nutmeg Pool? Yeah, there's a hotspot there.
Okay, I didn't know, but
yeah.
Good
So Birch Grove people have their hotspot.
All right.
So there were a line of vehicles parked there on the right-hand side. So I'm going down. And because ever so often I glance in my mirror.
Yeah,
there was nothing behind me. So I'm entering the bridge. The Birch Grove Bridge.
Yes.
I'm entering the bridge. And as I'm entering the bridge, a vehicle comes out from the right, which is the St. James Road.
Yeah.
That road to,
Yeah, I know that road.
By the community center.
Yes.
The vehicle comes out on the right and enters the main road going to Grenville. So I am now following that vehicle. And that driver had no problems in making that turn because, as I tell you, we just chilling.
Yeah. Driving.
Twice just chilling along, not even listening to music. We were just chatting, not even listening to music at that particular point in time. And so I'm following that. I think it's a gray Escudo or Grand Vitara, whatever. So I'm following that vehicle, and I realize that the vehicle starts to slow, as if coming to a stop. But he has not, meaning the vehicle, come to a stop as yet.
Yes.
So I'm monitoring the vehicle in front of me. I glance again in the rear view and I see nothing. Nothing. And the vehicle then comes to a stop. Just before there's a hump in the road.
Did he put any indicator or anything?
The one that's
stopping?
I can't remember that. Right. I wouldn't say to you, yes, I remember him, but I know that everything told me that he was going to come to a stop because of the pace he was traveling.
Yeah.
So he finally comes to a stop. Now I have to come out from behind him.
Yeah.
To proceed.
Yeah.
And as I come out from behind him, I hear a noise and I see my side mirror running down the road trying to reach in Grenville before me and the van.
Say what now?
Yeah.
Where did this vehicle come out?
I have no idea. Well, it came out from behind me.
Yeah, but there was nothing behind you.
There was nothing behind me.
So the pace. Well, for your side mirror to be going in Grenville, the pace.
Yeah, listen, the side mirror broke off, and traveled about 40 feet.
Wow.
Right? So much so, the side mirror broke off, traveled 40 feet. The vehicle that knocked the side mirror off, blew it out, and damaged the fender and the bumper. That vehicle was traveling so fast that it passed the side mirror. It passed over it. Not crushing it, but just passed it, like the vehicle passed over it. When the officers came, because the gentleman did not accept liability, when the officers came and they did their measurements, and now we have both agreed, the two drivers, what's my voice now? The two drivers both agreed on the same point of impact. Very interesting. Because I said this is the point of impact, and he agreed that yes, that's the point of impact. So good. So we agree on one thing we agree on. And then the police now is measuring where he stopped to the point of impact. And the tape ran out. The tape that they have, I believe, is 100 feet of tape. That ran out, and they probably had to, well, not probably had to, what they had to do was to take a mark and then measure again So I think it probably came up to maybe about 130, 140 feet. Let's put it between 120. If the tape is 100 feet long, let's put it between 120 to 130 feet. That is where he stopped in relation to the point of impact. Oh, it's very interesting. And then he came and said, that's before the police came, asked me what I'm doing. I says, what I'm doing? Bro, you hit me. What are you gonna do? He said, oh no, you pull out in the road and you hit me and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, so let us not really have a problem. Let us call the police.
Of course.
Let's call the police. So there's brilliant, and I think this is really, really wonderful. Let me commend the RGPF for this. I walked back to the Birch Grove Bridge, and there on the right-hand side of the road going to St. George's, there's a sign pointing to where the police station is. That's one, but also a number. So congrats to the RGPF on that. And then, Nabi, you know something? They're not seeing you,
That's okay.
No, but I'm going to make them see you right now. Yeah. So I called them and I says, morning officer, I'm reporting an accident right on the road here close to the community center. The officer said, okay, fine, thank you. We'll be there. And then they came. Wasn't long. And they came. It was raining.
Oh, gosh.
It was raining cats and dogs and elephants. And the gentleman at one point in time came and said, you fix yours and I gonna fix mine.
Yeah. What?
I'm like,
no.
I'm like, no, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do it that way. That's not gonna happen that way. Because when I looked at his vehicle, because his vehicle is one of those it's a white pickup. I have the number. I don't remember even the make of the vehicle, but it is the white pickups that look like the D-Max, those big white pickups. But I don't think it was a D-Max. It could have been a Volkswagen or a Ford Ranger.
Well, no wonder the man damaged a whole vehicle.
Yeah. So his mirror is the mirror that hit my mirror. Because when we look, based on the height of my mirror and the fact that my mirror is knocked out, there's no scratch anywhere in level, in line with my mirror. So it's just his mirror that hit my mirror and slap it out. And then his fender damaged my fender and things. So he said, oh, you fix yours, I fix mine. I'm like, no, we're not going to do that way.
He don't really have thing to fix.
But he had nothing to fix. That is why he was quick to say that. Thinking that, okay, fine, that is under the dum-dum. Right. So he'd probably catch me.
The police came. Right.
The police took a statement.
They did their measurements.
Took a statement, a short statement. And then I listened to him and he said to the police that he saw the vehicle in front of me. He said he saw that vehicle put on its indicator. And he saw that the vehicle was slowing down. That's the vehicle in front of me, yeah? Now, he said, in relation to me, he saw me slow down, and then he saw me pull out in the road. Well, if you see me slow down and I pull out in the road, then stop.
Where you going?
Do you understand? That's in his statement.
What he tell himself?
Yeah, he saw me slow down, and then I pulled out in the road. So I'm like, but bro, in my mind, I'm like, yo, you ain't know what you're saying. You kind of like losing it. But one of the things, and I must say, one of the things I learned from that accident is take the information from the same information that the police taken. You need to take a copy of that too, because I spoke to Robert as the person who organized the insurance, and that's my first accident. Never had an accident in 20-something years close of driving. My first accident. And he said, whoa. I said, no. He says, whoa, we can get it from the police, but it usually takes a long time. I says, well, I really and truly, I didn't know. He says, well, yeah, I understand. That's your first accident, so you probably wouldn't have think. But what's the most important thing in this, Nabi? And I hope the gentleman is listening, and I hope he's from Gulf Coast. I don't remember, and even if I did remember his name, I would not say his name, but I can say that he's from Gulf Coast. Now, Nabi, the most horrific thing to me in relation to the gentleman and the accident was this. When I went to see what damage his vehicle got, I saw a young lady and a child in the front seat.
And they're driving like that in the rain.
I saw a young lady and a child in the front seat.
Young lady plus child.
So I'm like, but this guy is crazy. So instantly I'm like, yo, in my mind, you shouldn't have done that. Because you put that child's life, and that is why he could not stop, Nabi, because if he had stopped, the child going through the windscreen.
Yeah.
The child would have died. And yeah, I lost a glass, but I'm happy that nothing happened to the child.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is what stood out for me. Children, and the child was big enough, because the child was standing when I saw the child, right? So the child would have been big enough to be in a car seat in the back of the vehicle.
Or even strapped in. There's seat belts in the back.
Right, strapped in, but no, that child would have been too small for seat belts.
So the
child had to have a car seat and strapped in the car seat at the back of the vehicle. I cannot say whether or not the person in front had seat belt because I could not see that inside of the vehicle at that particular point in time because it's raining. But what stood out for me was the fact that child, and I'm like, what happened to this guy? You know? And then when I saw his license, because I'm looking when the police writing, I see his license. And I realized why he tried that smart man thing on me. Let's both of us fix our vehicle. He's a Trini. Figure he go smart me. That Trini. But you have proper Grenadian license, but you're Trini. Nationality Grenadian, place of birth Trinidad. That what it say. That what it say on the license. You're Trini. If you look at smart me. Yeah. Pick up my attitude now again. I get it back.
Okay. So what's the resolution though? That's what we want to know.
Oh, we going to court?
Oh, y'all going to court?
Well, yeah, because the police ask us to say, hey, what's going to happen here? What do you guys want me to do? And that's when he said, well, let him fix his, I go fix mine. I'm like, yeah, you must be a crazy guy. When I go online yesterday and look for the mirror, the whole thing, the mirror, $300 for a used mirror. A used mirror, $300, you know. By the time I buy that and customs drop the thing on me and to do so and get somebody to put it on and to spray vehicle, you must be crazy. Oh, please, guy.
Anyways.
Yeah, so that kind of like spoiled my weekend.
But your weekend was still good?
Yeah, but not really as I wanted it to be, you know, because I worked yesterday, but still I was not working at my, thing, because that kind of that just threw me off. You know, because it floored me as a driver myself. And yes, I've done stupid things while driving. So I guess you could say that was his moment to do stupid things. But my God, a child in the front, right? You have two passengers beside yourself. So if you're bounce and you're going in hell, it could mean that sure while you're going in here. I didn't say all you're bad to go in hell, but I'm just telling you what can happen there, brethren, you know? Could mean that sure while you're going, you want to be responsible for people going in hell? No. So you must not drive that fast. And you know why he was driving that fast, Nabi?
Why?
There's a hump right there. He wanted to pass the hump. So once he passed the humps, come quickly, he would have ended up in front of the two vehicles in front of him. Do you understand? And that is why I believe he speeded up at that particular point in time. But my advice to drivers is simply this. Make sure, as Robert pointed out to me, I didn't know, if your first accident, make sure that you take the same information that the police is taking. You try to write the same, because if you don't, right now, if I want it, and I do have to get it, I have to make an application to the commissioner and pay, I think, $10 to get it. Anyway, government making money, fine, no problem. Go ahead, make money. Yes, so, but I have a very important message for persons who are driving in rain. Always, especially if you're behind a vehicle and you want to do something and you're in Birch Grove, always ensure that you know what that vehicle in front of you is going to do. Well, the highway code tells you that you should not be overtaken if you are not sure that your space is clear, you have enough
But he
space
still
to do
didn't make
that.
sense because he saw the vehicle stop.
Mhm.
He saw you slow and pull out. So the fact that he saw you pull out, then where you going?
But you see, he thought that he had enough room. But
He
between
thought- well, he
yeah, he
thought
thought. But
didn't
what
have
he could have
cocoa.
done, what he could have done is experience again. What he could have done is that go onto the sidewalk, like the piece of sidewalk they have in Brush Grove there.
Mhm.
Yeah, he could have gone onto that piece of sidewalk there because the vehicle is high, and he would have been able to travel like this with me abreast to him.
Mhm.
We would have both been able to go through. But lack of experience, he's trying still to squeeze and stay as close to me as possible. So hence the reason why I don't like Birch Grove Road anymore.
Okay.
Say again?
What he was doing in Birch Grove. Did news come and meet me? You know?
Oh, the news come and meet you?
Yes, there's somebody called to say that if I'd have gone down the road to see what going on with my boss because he meet up in an accident. I say, well,
And you didn't come?
as far as
Hold on. You did not come?
Well, listen what
Nabi, she did not come?
There is like you bounce up the road and I don't even put in a bra.
Exactly.
The road already.
Exactly. I don't. You heard and you didn't come.
Well, what I told them was, as far as you know, I don't live in Birch Grove.
You don't live in Birch Grove?
Where you live in Beauregard?
Where you live? Adelphi? Where you live? You live in Sateers?
When you move? That's your business, good for you.
Where you live in Sateers? In the where? Okay. Well, you didn't so you heard and you didn't come down to check to see what's the story with the guy. Okay, don't worry. Something will happen one day.
It doesn't matter. The fact that you heard, okay. But I guess everybody's different. Because
Exactly.
If it had happened like up the road, okay, I'm based on the distance I'm
What?
gonna use where I live to the barbecue man.
Forget that. If the accident had happened in Sateers, Nabi leaving home dragging shoes and come to see what taking place with Chatter.
Well, this way it goes back to you see everybody's different.
You're different people.
Yeah,
That's why
precisely.
your hairstyle don't looking good.
That's nothing. I like it. My boyfriend likes it. My mama likes it. So
Yeah. But in any event, I mean, it is what it is. Nobody died. Nobody's injured. That's a good thing.
are we going in court?
Yeah, we're going to court. Yeah, we definitely going to court on this one.
Anyways, my coffee finished and I'm very upset.
Why you
Because
upset?
I woke up in good time. I could have made breakfast. I said, you know what? Nah. I know you have some smoothie there waiting for me.
Yeah. Chatter.
Nothing. Not a single thing. No smoothie.
No,
no
man.
nothing. We had to drink coffee. We ain't even call over by Jenny for some breakfast. We just did here. But we starving today.
Yo, I tell you, this is one of those days. And just as I thought I was, how would you put me right back in?
I don't care.
I know you don't care.
I don't care. We had to talk about the accident. I want to know what took place. And if I had transport, I reach in Birch Grove.
Yeah. Everybody passing $100.
Oh God.
Okay, what's wrong? It's a good thing it was raining. So they most of them the glass up. If it wasn't raining, I'll know, so they calling me name now.
Understand? Andre, what happened to you then?
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah, but the speed in which the police responded, and it was raining, give them props.
Of course they are not.
Give them props. And
They come with
the
a
police
raincoat?
officer in charge is Corporal Smart. Corporal Smart is from Sateers. It's from your area.
My area?
Yeah,
My
over
area
there.
is Smart over there.
Over by Mom.
Okay.
Yeah, Albert Smart.
I don't know people.
His sister is right here. He has a sister right here. Jem.
Mm-hmm.
That's his sister.
Who Jem?
Jem Olive.
Short little
Yeah,
Jem?
Sexy Jem.
Okay.
That's his sister.
Okay.
He has another sister that I know of who teaches at the St. George's Anglican Senior School.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's a couple of police. But I am assuming that he's in charge of the Birch Grove Police Station as a substation, yes.
Okay.
And so while I'm there, that's the next part of it that I didn't really like. And I had to deal with that part. And it's a police again, an ex-police, what fret me. Yes. Police pull up. So what happened to you there?
Yo,
hold on, now listen. What happened to you there? I tell her you're getting old, you know. My nephew, you know.
Wow.
I want to strangle. Hold on, who they calling? Me or you over there? Nah, here they calling me. I want to strangle him. I'm like, yo. I'm like, yo, what's your story? Yeah, uncle, what do you do? I say, go and park up. He said, yeah, I'm parking up. I come in. So he come and he watch. He say, uncle, that man is a madman? I say, Mr. Man, he's a police. He said, no, but me and you are talking, so I could say thing I want. You know, he say, uncle, that man mad, or that man so? So that gave me a little lift because at least I saw my nephew. And then that was nice. So I could say whatever about that nephew.
At least you realize, well, you didn't do nothing wrong.
Well, yeah, my nephew's interpretation of the law, I didn't do anything wrong. But of course, it's gonna go before the court. My nephew had nothing to do with it. But I was just happy to see him because I hadn't seen him for a while. We chat on social media, and I hadn't seen him for a while because, as a matter of fact, that is when the officer in charge, Smart, found out that was my nephew.
Okay.
So Smart said, boy, that is your nephew? That is your uncle? He said, boy, no, it's not my uncle again, you know, because the old man gone, so he take over, so he's father now. So he graduated, he come up the line, you know, but it's nice to see him. But hey, it is what it is. Good morning, Grenada, thank you. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Donald.
Good morning.
And good morning to Nabella.
Good morning, Primus.
Mr. Donald, sorry to hear about the
encounter. Call it encounter.
Yeah, I know how it is when you try to be try to be careful, and then there comes that sort of situation because I always try my best, Mr. Donald. As a driver for the past how much years? I got 2 licenses. One in 1980, which is my driver's license, and the other license which is in 1982. And I never, Mr. Donald, had an incident or accident.
Yeah.
Never. Always try to be careful, Mr. Donald. Especially what Mr. Donald always tells me, whenever I get behind my wheel, it could be life and death. So I always try my best to be careful in driving.
That means I ain't coming by you again on Saturday morning. Forget that, you know.
Why, Mr. Donald? No, not I give you that bad luck.
Yes, you.
No,
you last I see that. You last see that.
Yeah, I know how it is. It's hard. But as you rightly said, I'm still glad that it's not worse.
Yeah.
Because that's how somebody drivers operate. I know that place there. You just try to pass on the both vehicle on the home.
On the home. That's what you tried to do.
I had an experience those. And I always look back I always take a flick in the mirror, the review mirror, to make sure whenever I go to open like that.
I have passed drivers on humps also, but I never try it when there are 2 vehicles in it. When there are 2 vehicles, because you don't know what that second vehicle is going to do, or you don't know if the first vehicle is going to speed up on you. So I pass drivers on the hump, but I don't do 2. I prefer to do if I'm behind you alone, Primus, and I decide, okay, fine, at that hump I'm taking you, come hell or high water, I hop in that hump and take you.
I agree, Mr. Donald.
Yeah, but not 2 vehicles on the hump. That is dangerous.
And especially when you said again, we had this other passenger.
Yeah.
And child. So whenever I drive with my grandchildren, I drive like that. I take my time.
That was bad for me.
I take my time. Who want to pass faster than soon I have all my grandchildren in my vehicle? No.
Yeah, that was really, really bad. That I saw, and that upset me more than anything else. You know, that upset me more than anything else. And the fact that he stopped that distance, it showed that is when he realized, hey, I can't slow down. I can't stop instantly, because if I do, that mother and that child, if it is the child's mother, they could both get injured because they could go through the windscreen.
Yeah.
But hey, it is what it is. But I'll tell you, I'm not coming back by you again on Saturday morning. Forget that.
Anyway, what lady saying, the next time you make sure that you carry Nabella so shoot. we could see Nabella and she could have a cool water nut.
Oh,
Thank
nice
you, Mr. Donald.
Goodbye, Primus.
Good.
All right. Hey, there are a lot of people in the market, you know. Sheshe is in the market every Saturday morning, you know.
I haven't been to St. George's in a
There are
very
a lot
long
of people
time.
in the market. There's a cane man that is Rawl.
Mm-hmm.
Rawl is from Hermitage there. Belmont Estate, Belmont area there. Yeah, Rawl, he sells cane, peels the cane for you and thing and cut it up nice and yeah.
That's good. I need to go to
Then
St. George's.
there's a lady at the market who does bread and pastries.
Okay.
Yeah. There's Sheshe who has a ground provision and other little things to you there. There's a guy who does, you need to go.
Yeah.
There's a guy who does Pinnacle.
Local?
Yeah, local Pinnacle.
That's good for
Not the
Rennie.
long ones, the shorter ones. And $10 a bag.
It's good for Nene.
Yeah, trust me, it is. And the amount in the bag, it is definitely worth the $10.
Okay.
It's worth the $10. And there's Livingston Nelson, and he's selling watermelon, 2 something a pound. I'll try that, Kruma. I don't buy your watermelon. You want to turn millionaire on me? I can afford to say that. Yeah, and of course, Primus is there.
Yeah.
And Primus bottles his, if you want your water nut in a bottle, he has bottles there.
I need to get some because I need to flush out my system.
Right. So he bottle it there for you one time based on the size you want. He has 3 different sizes. Yeah, and then Primus, you get Callaloo, Zeppina, which is what they call Jamaican Callaloo. You get that too. Rock fig. A lot of other things.
So here's what. One Saturday
Dasheen.
morning. Here's what. We're going to do an outside broadcast. One Saturday morning, we're going to go to the market and we're going to have a little chat with everybody at the market. And we're going to bring it live. So it's going to be, and even on the Facebook, because, yeah, I'll work it out. So we'll have live market, Saturday market on Real FM. Just one Saturday. Don't get too nice.
No, I'm just telling you that you be very careful how you do that because GBN has a program going on Saturday mornings, right? I've heard and seen. I think I've heard about it.
Okay, that's their thing.
So I don't want them to forget. Okay, fine, we took the idea.
No, we didn't take the idea. We're just going to chat with our friends because they call us ever so often and we say what they have. But I think, Real FM listeners, not all Real FM listeners or viewers on the social media, look at what GBN has going on. And it's not every Saturday. It's just one Saturday. We're going to go and visit our friends. But we're going to have a little discussion with them. Yeah, we could. So we're not taking away somebody's program.
No, I don't want them to feel that in any way we are taking away, or trying to do so and duplicate them.
No.
But we really and truly can go yeah.
I think we need to get back out into the community. We are fully vaccinated, so we need to start doing things instead of just speaking it. We need to bring it to reality. So I think we'll start with that. One Saturday, probably at end of month Saturday, we can plan towards that. Yeah.
You had to bring Abby to raise load.
What load?
Equipment.
Oh, what among the equipment we just go with?
Nah,
but then you see, the next thing is internet has to be taken into consideration. So
that can be done. But yeah, that could be done right there. We can get one of those
Well.
Oh boy. But one of those thingies that you plug into your laptop.
Okay. They have that?
Like a USB thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Ambassador Smith, I think, had one when she was here.
Okay.
So you walk with your internet in your hand.
Okay.
You just
kind of like the box I used to have at Spice Mobile.
Something like that. Something like that.
Gotcha.
And then Spice Mobile would have their signal right there because their thing is on Fort George.
True.
So that's like line of sight.
Yeah.
They'll have it there too. So we first need to realize who has the best signal there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we can do it and do a Saturday morning there. But we have to get there like because the people get there
very early.
Yeah, 4 o'clock to leave up here is late. You have to leave up here by 3:30 to get down and set up and make sure that we cool.
That's okay.
But we can set up in the van before we even go down.
True.
You can set up in the van, just make sure everything is there in the van.
Yeah.
And as soon as you reach down, you just plug and play.
Yeah. So we're gonna work towards that. I'm going to be instrumental in ensuring.
But you
that
better.
happens. Yes.
You better
yes,
be.
I will. I think I've been slacking a lot.
Oh, here we come, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, I have been, and I think we need to do things instead of just sitting there and saying that we want to do it and then we don't get it done. So I think that's the objective for June. When I get my emergency. So we're gonna do that.
Jay Wonder, good morning.
Then we have to start looking. I have to be on your back.
There's a guy called Spiceman. He's saying, what's he saying there? Oh no, I just seen Spiceman here. I saw him on the live yesterday and I think last week also. Okay. And he says, what is he saying here? Hi there. What as drivers we must drive for us and an hour here. So I guess and others out there. Also, especially when
there's children.
Spiceman, take your time and type now. You type in there and people go believe, well, you ain't thinking. Take your time and type now. you borrow the keyboard, sir. Just take your time and type now, man. Next thing when I ain't saying things proper, you go tell me take my time and speak. Okay, what does he say? He's saying something else there. That's why we should drive for us and others. Oh, that's the same thing I just read.
Then he said, I'm glad that no one is hurt. Have a blessed day all.
Oh yeah, right. He's saying that. And the guy say good morning. You see the guy?
I see him there.
Yeah, good morning, guy. Guy Cheddar. All right. Anyway, so much for that. Yeah. So what's up with you? You need to call me. I'm just not with it. I'm still not with it, but I can talk. I
giving you program ideas and you're not with it still?
What program
ideas?
You
see me being innovative here? We going in the market on Saturday. Then probably on next Saturday we'll do Granville Market. Then we'll do a different market.
We have other market after that.
St. David's does have a market.
Yeah, that's close to. They've moved it, you know.
They moved it?
Yeah, because it used to be at Red Gate. It used to be at Red Gate. It used to be at Red Gate, but it's no longer at Red Gate.
Where is it?
It is how you call that junction? Well, not junction. Where you can go down to the marina in St. David's. You know where that is? Oh boy, how do I think? Let me take you from La Sagesse.
Yes.
You go up. You're going to St. George's.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Get to the school. Mm-hmm. There are 2 humps in the road. There's a new gas station on the right-hand side after the school.
I'm there.
Right. Mm-hmm. Then there's that junction there where there are 2 roads taking you wherever. I've never been inside those roads there. But then you come, it's a slight corner there, mm-hmm. and then there's a nice stretch of road going down. Mm-hmm. Right, just at the end of that stretch of road, before you come to the church, which is on the left-hand side, you can veer off the road.
And go down for the bridge over the sea?
I don't know if the bridge is over the sea, but you can veer off that road and go down, and you come to the marina, Corinth. Yeah, my good friend is saying Corinth. Yeah, okay. In Corinth. So you come to that left-hand road will take you down to the marina, but right there where you veer off, mm-hmm. on the right-hand side of the road, there's a yard, and that's where they have the
That's where they have it now.
That's where they have it now. I think the people and them in Redgate chased them. That's what I heard. I don't know if
You see, I didn't even know that happened.
Hey, Pat and all telling us that it's Corinth. Pat Ashibelli. What to that Vinci?
She's from St. David's side. She must know.
She from St. David's? Yeah, so we can go there too.
Yeah.
But we can't come in Sotes.
Sotes already have a market.
I didn't want to say that. You said it.
Ooh, that was shade.
Yeah,
it wasn't shade. There was no pun intended in that, but we need to get it together up here. We need to.
Honestly, they need to.
Sorry to say, y'all can watch me bad. On the streets, I don't really care. I've come to the
But
realization now.
Do you know, Nabila,
Whatever.
if the persons who sell on the side of the street, yeah,
Just go in the market.
if they all were to go down to the market, then they'll be able to do so and make a bigger case to government and say, yo, you need to fix this thing properly. You need to do so and work with us here and have a nice market down there.
Yeah.
But
We like sidewalks.
they like the sidewalk. And that is what bothers me. You know, they need to do so and work on that. But I would like to see I could work and do these Saturday morning visits. Victoria,
Where they have a market.
they don't really, because you see, they based on how Victoria is and what they have, and I'm sure that is one of the heartaches for Minister Modest.
You don't
Is
have a
finding
proper
a place to organize a proper market. You know, it is the area they have is way too small, but if I know her, she probably gets it done before she gets out of office.
Yeah.
She'd more than likely get it. Speaking of office, though, on Wednesday you need to put this one up. And let me congratulate Senator Bola, Roland Bola. Roland, a couple of weeks ago, I did tell him that, look, I want to interview all the female parliamentarians. And he started working on it already. As you know, we would have had Yolan, Future, help me? Future what?
Future GG Governor General.
Governor General, right. We would have had Kate. We would have had Emlyn.
No.
No, we didn't have the future
PM.
We did not have the future PM. No, we didn't. But we'll have her this Wednesday. Imagine, this is how good Bola is working. Last night, Bola sent to tell me that this Wednesday we are going to have, guess who?
Carico lady.
Yes, you need to play the lotto. Yeah. So we're gonna have her. But I want to do.
Wait,
Nabila.
as you say Carico lady, I saw something about Carico lady, you know.
What I'm telling?
Will she be running in the next election?
Of course. What's stopping her?
I don't know. I saw something on social media about Nolan Cox taking her place, and then I was like, okay,
Please.
that don't make no sense.
Makes no
but
sense at
whatever,
all.
Proceed.
Yeah. Let's proceed.
Yes.
So we'll be having her.
That's nice.
And I want to do a different discussion with her. While, yes, we may speak to a thing or two in relation to government and in relation to her constituency, but I want to speak to the person, Kindra.
Because not many people know her.
There you got it. I want to speak to the person, Kindra. You know, to find out, well, what school did you go to?
Yeah.
What books do you like?
Yeah.
That sort of a thing.
Yeah.
You know, maybe she can tell us who was her first boyfriend. I did not say that.
Always in people's boyfriend business.
But, you know, find out those little intimate details
Know about
Kindra.
her, yeah.
Get to know Kindra.
Yeah, I agree.
Right? And one of the reasons that led me to want to do this is that recently the family, the Maturin Stewart family, they went through a bit of tough times recently. Yeah. Her son was not too well.
Oh,
And I believe medical attention had to be sought outside of Grenada.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And my thing is that she's just coming out of that. And I didn't want to be bombarding her. Well, what happened in constituency day? What you doing in government here? No, I wanted to do something different.
Yeah.
I wanted to show the person, the mother, the wife, Kindra. That's what I want to establish in that. So then they go say, I ask soft question again. They go say, I don't ask a hard question again.
What exactly is hard?
Oh, no.
I can't be bad at this point.
Yeah. But and before anything else, I want to, and I'm gonna send you something. Somebody said, was I supposed to have Carl Caton this morning? I don't remember. I don't think so.
Well,
But
if Carl know he's supposed to come,
if you know he's supposed to come, he should have been here. I don't remember. It's possible.
What Carl talking about planting?
Yeah, I'm going to send you something. And when I send it to you, I want you to send it back here to me. This is really, really nice. I have not heard anything better than this. So you can send it to the email there. Yeah. This is brilliant. And I have to give it to Ms. Charles so that she can put it on a rotation, because I believe that this is one of the best that I've heard for a long, long, long time. It was sent to me yesterday, and I was extremely happy that this gentleman had done this. And when you would have sent it, let me know so I can. Which one of the emails are you sending it to? Mine's or the station's?
Station.
Station, good. Who is there? Good morning.
Yes, Mr. Andre. Good morning, and good morning to
yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm glad that you will be having Miss CARICO Minister on, because I've been hearing some things said by Mr. Andrews, and I would like her to clear up some of them.
Well, as I just said, Clifford, you more than likely will not on that occasion, maybe in a couple of weeks, yes, but on this occasion, this Wednesday, you more than likely would not hear Kindra the politician or Kindra the minister. I want to speak to Kindra the person, Kindra the wife, Kindra the mother. That's who I want to speak to on Wednesday. Just let me know.
Where is your organization? So
no, but I'm telling you what. So I'm telling you what I'll be doing, so that you're not surprised beforehand.
I can't tell you what to do.
That's the thing. It's mine, so I could do what I want.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Right.
But I think she will be willing to answer some questions.
Whether or not she willing, I'm not asking.
Well, okay, I understand that. Yours, I can't tell you what to do.
Exactly. So.
What is the email?
The email is
This phone, I need
Real FM, Real 919 FM studio, the studio one. Yes, Clifford. Okay, bye-bye.
I need an iPhone.
You need
Real?
Real?
Uh-huh.
Real FM 919 studio.
You know, normally with my iPhone, everything is saved for me, so I don't have to go through this typing thing. I need to anybody. I need an iPhone. I need a phone. A matter of fact, I need a phone. Because I have a lot of things planned, and my camera in this phone is not the best. I'm being very honest. So I'm making a plea
for what?
For a cell phone with good storage and good quality camera.
I told you. You see, your head hard.
Behave yourself.
I told you. The Huawei is the way to go.
Okay, fair enough.
But you keep thinking, because of what you want to do. iPhone, yes. I have no problems with the iPhones.
See if you get it.
But I'm saying to you that the Huawei phones, based on what you want storage, you want good picture quality, you want good video quality, the Huawei is the way to go.
Okay, people. So I am making a plea for a Huawei phone.
Spell it.
Huawei.
I don't know if that is it. I know the grandfather.
But I am really making a plea for a phone with really good video quality for what I want.
The Huawei phone.
Great. And storage.
Yeah, you're the
Somebody.
Huawei phone.
Anybody. If y'all want to chump up and say, you know what, here, Nabila, this is an early gift for you, then it will be greatly, 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 greatly appreciated. And yes, I know I'm begging on air, but what I want to do, I really need a proper
and especially
phone.
especially the fact that you've just proposed that we do the
outside thingy.
The outside thingy?
I would need
the Huawei phone is the way to go.
Again. So this
a lot of the European contributors to the BBC and to Al Jazeera. That's what they use.
Okay.
The Huawei phone is the one that is up there with them.
So, if you're listening, if you're viewing, then
all right. Now remember that thing I told you that you didn't listen to it, right?
No, I didn't.
Right. So I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it for yourself and listeners. And when I heard this yesterday, I was one of the happiest persons in my life. And I would say, before I say this gentleman who did this, we don't always see eye to eye. But on this occasion, partner, not just seeing eye to eye, partner, you just gone up in my books again. I ain't think I will cuss you again. I want to stop cuss you. After this, I stop cuss you.
I am Ray Roberts, a polio victim of the 50s, an era when vaccine awareness was low in Grenada. Nevertheless, in the 60s, vaccine consciousness was nationwide, and those of us of that generation took them all, protecting ourselves against childhood diseases, polio, measles, mumps, and others. The challenge today is COVID-19, and being vaccinated is our best protection. I have proudly taken my jab, and I strongly urge you to take your COVID vaccine and be protected. Have no fear. In Israel, 70% of the population is vaccinated against COVID, and in the USA, more than 125 million people. Be counted, take the jab, and be protected against COVID-19.
As of today, Ray Roberts is my brethren.
I like that.
Not seriously, that's a nice one.
Yeah.
We are going to have to put a little bit of music and put that one on. Definitely that one goes on rotation here.
I don't even think he needs music.
Probably not.
He's good.
Probably just increase the volume a bit, and whatever, yeah.
My manager says I'm an international beggar. And that is fine. No, I'm being very honest because...
Well, tell her to become an international giver.
That is fine because I know what I want to do and I know that I am not able to afford it or do it on my own. So if I have to ask, then I will ask. It's either somebody says, you know what, hey, I'm going to do this for you because I see your potential and I see where you want to go. I tell you.
I can't spell.
Huawei, I think.
Huawei? Yeah. Which one are we looking at?
I don't know. You're the one that telling me about the phone. You're supposed to know.
I'll tell you in a minute. In a minute, give me just a minute and I'll tell you. Gotta be a special lady. Here we go. It's the, I wonder if it's the P series.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a P series?
The P series.
Okay.
The P series, which starts with the P40 Pro. Yeah. There's the, well, it doesn't start with the P40 Pro. It starts, I think, with the P10. No, starts with the P30 Pro.
Okay.
And then it goes from there up to the, I think now they've gotten to the P40. Now they've gotten to that. So you're looking at 100%, 100 plus or magnified digital zoom and all sort of things in that crazy thing. Yeah. The P34 has nighttime photography mode and everything like that.
So Sun City Grenada says, good morning, Nabi. If you want good pictures, good videos, and good storage, why not get a camera instead of a phone? You will be able to get a decent camera for half the price of a phone, and the phone will not have the quality and storage of the camera.
Who's Sun City?
I don't know.
Sun City, we like that. I like that. I'm like, Sun City is a smart
I like that too, but how am I going to link the camera?
So hold on. That's what you need to know. Sun City, let's ask you this question. Listen very carefully. If we want to stream, can we get a camera that offers storage and streaming capabilities instantly? Can we do that? I believe.
We'll wait on the answer. We have to wait.
Yeah.
Because I would need to stream right away.
Instantly. We need to. And that's one of the reasons why she's going for
the phone
and not necessarily the camera. But if you can stream with the camera instantly, if we can do that one time, by all means, and then we just get a $5 phone. Damn, my chest.
That's so Anyways.
Yeah.
So I have to work on these things. So this is what I have
Good morning.
Yeah, I just want to tell you that the tissue plate from Mr. Roberts there, I think it was worthwhile, and we must give him all the credit for that.
But I just did, and I'm happy that you agree with me on that one.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you on that one, and I think he did not put in any tip of politics into that, and it came out plain there. So I think we want more people to do that and take out the tip of politics in it.
All right, thanks, bro. All right, good, right. Okay. So Sun City ain't replied?
No, I'm waiting.
Oh, so where's Sun City saying in Guelph then?
Sun City, obviously.
No, I've been Guelph. Sun City saying in Guelph.
But
no, yeah. So that's what we're looking for. And we have to get this before we do this this Saturday morning.
Well,
thing,
not necessarily. A phone is not going to hinder me from doing what I want to do. But it would be nice if it is received before end of this month.
I like you.
No, I'm just saying.
What is dual vision camera? Video, sorry. Dual vision video.
Send me the link for the phone. You didn't even tell me the price of the phone.
No. The Huawei phones go for between 1,000 and 1,500.
You see?
No. I'm talking about money, you know.
Well, I mean, I know I'm begging, but what?
Yeah, if you're begging, also stay there just like and take anything. If you can't send me a proper phone, then don't send me a phone. It's as simple as that, not rocket science.
Calm down.
Yeah. If you can't send a proper phone, I mean, then don't. All you have to do is to ensure when you send the phone, then you make sure that Nabi fix the thing in the bathroom.
So Sun City says, yes, you can get cameras with Wi-Fi and streaming capabilities.
Okay, so Sun City, send us a link.
That would be appreciated.
Yeah, send us a link. Sun City looking like somebody who, thingy.
What?
Smart.
Okay.
Smart, yeah. So all the talk Francis, the police, why you don't give so many pension money to buy a phone?
What?
Were you there on pension? You don't working?
Oh, gosh.
Francis, the police. He was a corporal.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So there's that joke. You see? Happy birthday, say Angela like that. She needs a good phone. See? Happy birthday backing me up right here and right now.
I agree.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, if you're going to give a person a phone, give them a phone.
I agree.
You can't just do something. You give them a piece of thing, a piece of drink, prang lang, and then you go say, hey, well, it's a phone for Nabi. What phone? Stop that. Stop that. Stop it right now. You're going to... Oh, me. Oh, my. In case you're wondering, friends, the time has now moved. I feel a bit better.
That's good.
I can't say I feel a whole lot. It's 8:34. Yeah, proper thing. Yeah, I was to say, yeah, proper thing. 8:34 is the time.
You see, I love the people enthusiasm. So if everybody decide, you know what, okay, we're going to contribute $100 to the phone, then you know, love the enthusiasm. I should set up a GoFundMe. Let's see who's going to contribute to my GoFundMe.
Okay. Here's Depot saying, Depot is saying here that your manager has a Huawei?
Yes, she did tell me that.
Well, your manager getting on?
So, Clevoy?
That's Depot.
Oh, the Logitech. Is it Logitech? Logitech. Yeah. C922 Pro is the best camera for streaming right now.
Okay, so let's go there. You know you have to spell.
LG.
ITCH?
C922.
C922.
Pro.
Pro?
Yeah.
There's a Pro Stream, and a Pro. So let me try the Pro Stream.
Well, I would assume.
Yeah. So let's see what it looks like. I ain't see nothing coming up here. On the depot. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. But you see,
Let me see.
that is for thingy.
Wow.
In studio.
Oh no, we need outside a studio. We need to be able to
I don't
camera
know, maybe
stream.
So let's try the Pro and see if it gives us something different.
Okay.
You can. Okay. You can. It is possibly though.
Then I'll have to hook up to our computer. It's same thing, kind of like a webcam. It's a webcam. Not that. That's not what we need. We need a camera that you put in your hand. Since we're going camera wise, so you hold the camera in your hand, and then you can stream directly from it.
Yeah, because
we don't need a webcam.
We don't want to be restrained.
No, and that would require a lot of cords, and it's like this. It's a regular, it's a webcam. Thank you, Depot, for the suggestion. We could probably look at that for in studio.
For in studio, and the price is not bad.
Yeah.
But we probably can look at that for in studio here.
But we're talking outside of studio, like when we go out and we start the market visits, we would need something basically to take us from directly there to Facebook and YouTube and so forth. That is what we're talking about, in case people wondering. So the camera, if you guys suggest a camera, then the camera needs to be able to bring us directly to our Facebook and our YouTube so that everybody can see. So we're basically live when we're out there. I think that
Francis getting rude. And he says, why don't you buy one for her from the $7,000 you're getting? Francis, that is a lawsuit. Careful what you say. The little pretense they give you there for, what do you call it?
Sunset City said they're looking for a budget-friendly one. Well, okay.
A budget-friendly thing, what? Said if you're going, you either go big or you go home now. What talking about?
Do you see me begging here?
No, you're not begging, but it's either you go big or go home.
According to my manager, I'm an international beggar.
Look at Happy Birthday saying proper thing. No, kind of japper thing. Proper thing. What, boy?
Yeah. So Sunset City is looking. My manager says she will ask her tech about the camera and see what he comes up with.
Hear what now? My girl, happy birthday again. You $7,000, what's in their heart? Oh God, Lord have mercy. This is just a laugh. But no, this thingy, yeah, that ain't looking too bad at all.
That's good for in studio.
Yeah, most definitely.
But we're speaking.
I must on a very serious. Well, that was serious, but on another serious note, a little bit higher than that though. I have to extend congratulations to the people of Grenada. People of Grenada, you have done it again, and this is what you've done. Listen and listen carefully. You stood up. People of Grenada, you stood up and you said enough is enough. You stood up and you said enough is enough. You said I am tired and I want better. Good? And you said the only how I can get better here is to purchase back that which was mine. So people of Grenada, you got up through your government, you got up and you said, I am going to buy back Grenlick. And you did just that. Congratulations, people of Grenada. But here's what. I am not congratulating you on purchasing your company back from the people who had it. I'm congratulating you on the fact that you have bought your first generator within months of purchasing the company, where that company was using generators that they were renting. Do you understand? They're using generators that they were renting. You have now stepped up, people of Grenada, and you say, hi, I am getting tired of paying these exorbitant amount for these machines that are being rented. I am going to buy one. People of Grenada, you did. And over the weekend and so, that generator would have arrived in Grenada, and well, the paperwork in customs would have been done long before they can think. But the machine was landed, I think, based on my understanding, in the Grand Mall area. Okay. And moved to Queen's Park. And based on a release by Prudence Greenwich, Prudence is saying in that release that when that machine, when that generator is put into use, when it enters the using stage, all the generators that they have, which they are renting, they can now give it back to the person and say, thank you very much. We don't need to rent your generators anymore. Congratulations, people of Grenada. And why do I say people of Grenada? Because Grenlec is now owned by the people of Grenada. I spoke to a gentleman of great interest this morning, around about 6:30. And he said to me, Andre, is the best damn thing. Well, that is what he said.
Language.
Well, that's what he said. I just saying what he said.
Spell it.
D-A-M-M-M-M-M-M-M-M. Thing that Grenada has done. He said, you know what? The new National Party, you know I will bring in like a politics here. The new National Party does not have to worry about its legacy anymore. Its legacy is in the fact that it brought back the power situation. It brought it back from persons who owned it on the outside. It is now owned by the government of Grenada, i.e. the people of Grenada. He say, who want to come after Kit Mitchell and sell it again? That is a business. But Kit Mitchell buy it back for them. And he said that is one of the best moves ever made. I agree with him 100%. That's one of the best moves ever made. And now we see them buying generators. Congratulations, Grenlec. I understand. And hey, you guys need to, Prudence, you need to put up profiles. I said profiles of your board members. I understand that a former employee is now the chairman of the board. I'm just hearing that, by the way. My good friend in St. Andrew, that's Devon Charles.
Devon?
Yeah, Devon Charles, the one in Grenville Credit Union. I understand that he's a member of the board. But these are all things that I'm just hearing, by the way. So I would love for Grenlec themselves to put out a list.
We could probably reach out to Prudence.
Yeah, and speak with her. You know, get a little bit more information on the makeup of the board, so that people will know that it's serious people and people who could run this country, that running Grenlec. Get it, could run the country. Devon, if anything, I'll vote Devon for Prime Minister. I'll get a walk to drive.
Emma, stay with Emma.
Well, no, I'm talking about people outside of government.
Oh, okay.
Outside of government, I'll go with Devon for Prime Minister.
Inside of government.
Inside of government. Well,
we already know who the GG is.
Yeah, right.
I really want to see that that come to pass. I'm being very honest. I would be just smiling, and everybody go wonder why she's smiling like that, why she can't stop smiling. But I see it. Dame Yolan. Mm-hmm.
You like it, eh?
I like it. And
let me tell you
class
something.
And everything, it just
the
perfect.
People in her constituency,
yeah.
The people in her they love this. Mm-hmm. They love it.
Yeah.
You know, they believe it's the best thing that can be done, and I honestly believe that's the best thing. And the gentleman of interest that I was speaking to this morning, we also spoke about that. Mm-hmm. And he said to me, "You just say a lot of stupidness." You understand? He said, "You just say a lot of stupidness." He said, "But that one with Yolan," he says, "Man, Yolan has class. She has style. Mm-hmm. She has everything that could make a good governor general."
Yeah.
And I want to see me governor general in Dakas, and I want to see her looking at people like that. Yeah. Good morning, Mrs. Bain. How are you doing this morning? Hope that you're having a wonderful morning. I was told by a member of the Bain family that the mother, she listens to us every morning without fail. Good morning, Mrs. Bain. You know, so glad to know that you listen to us. Yeah, imagine you become the mother of the Governor General.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
And they'll give me the bottle of work.
Oh, whatever. Good morning, Miss Barry. I haven't said good morning to Miss Barry in a very long time. Miss Barry, down at the port.
She doesn't say good morning to us again?
Okay, then.
So if she ain't saying good morning, we don't answer it?
No, we don't need to be like that. We need to come off of this. If you ain't say morning, then I ain't say morning. We need to come off of that. Good morning to Miss Barry and all the workers down at the port. And no, I don't have no barrel or anything coming in, so that's why I say in morning.
Well,
no,
take
that out your mind. Take it out your mind. I know.
Just I want to ask you what you
no,
have coming.
I don't have nothing coming. Just good morning to you.
Okay.
It's been a while.
It's been a long while?
Yes.
What? I feel you have something coming, man.
I don't.
You sure?
I don't have anything coming.
You have a car to clear.
I wish. I wish. But no, it's good to remember, you know, your people ever so often. And I as you said, Miss Bain, that's when Miss Barry came to my mind. I was like, you know, we haven't said good morning to Miss Barry in a very, very long time. So yeah, I just thought I'd say good morning to her. Maybe next year I might have something coming, but.
But I want on a softer note here, I want folks to send us the if you send a message to us, Nabila will, when she has the time, she'll go through the listing and she'll add you to our WhatsApp. So when we sending out information, you will be able to get, and we don't send out stupid information, eh?
What's wrong with you?
You will have to let them know. I'm thinking of getting a computer.
I'm thinking about getting one also.
But I will buy.
But one step at a time.
I will purchase.
I will not purchasing. I don't have no money to purchase things.
Well, how do you intend to get?
You see, exactly. That's what I'm saying, you know. I pitch my petitions. I pitch my ideas and I say, well, this is what I want to do and this is what I would
Sunset City just say nothing again?
No, Sunset City probably doing research still. At the end of the day, with me and contribution, I can't contribute right now. I mean, my bill and them, they quite up in Thy Kingdom Come. But
I like this one. I like this one. Read it, Nabi. Read it there.
Hold on.
Read it.
Spiceman?
No.
Which
Clever.
one? Last week, front page on a prominent newspaper was warning shots fired. Bet you would never see a front page more power to Grenada. Grenlick.
And what Spiceman saying?
I'm excited to see that after Grenada repurchased its shares from WRB, we are making progress. Hearts off to my homeland, Grenada. I'm excited to see that. Okay, he basically said the same thing twice.
Twice?
Yeah.
I only seen it once.
Well, I'm seeing it twice.
Oh, okay. Maybe my computer might just delete one.
Well.
Redundancy.
Oh gosh.
Anyway, yeah. So again, congratulations again. Like I mean, that is, and those pictures. Did you see those pictures, Nabi?
No, I didn't go through them.
Let me show you the pictures. Let me show you the pictures right there, girl. I got the pictures. I sent it out to everybody yesterday.
Except me, because I'm.
But
not
yeah,
in
because
your
you're not in the thingy. See?
Okay, that's nice.
That's one truck there. That's another truck here.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another. That's one truck. It's the same truck, but just different shots.
Different angles. Okay.
All right. If you tell me where this picture is, I'll get you something special today. This picture right here.
That's in Grand Mall.
Where in Grand Mall?
By the ice cream place.
Oh, you know that? Well,
Pier 57 is right there.
Okay, fine. Well, I lie.
No. Don't even bother with that. No bother with that.
I say, I lie.
I'm waiting patiently. You could you can put $5 into my Huawei phone jar.
Somebody say guillotine. What that people?
Yeah, you can put $5. You see, I don't beg for much, If you contribute $5, then I put a 10 in the Huawei phone jar.
Okay, where this one come on now?
That one?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, watch that one.
So that is past Pier 57 going up the hill for St. George's area. There is a shop, I believe, on the right-hand side of the road. It's going up there. I know town, I am town girl. What do you think this is?
Okay, let's see if you're good here. And where? All right, this one now.
That is there's a green shop on the if you're going up for St. Patrick's area, coming up there's a green shop on the left hand side of the road right there.
Green shop.
Just past there.
Where?
That is oh gosh.
Yeah. If you can't tell me the name of that shop, then we ain't
No,
clicking.
I don't know the name of the shop, but we stopped there already. Me and you, yes.
You have ice in your pocket?
Yes, we stopped there before.
Where's that shop?
Oh gosh, how you call there? It's around the Point area. It's around the Point area.
Listen, where is that? If you can't tell me where that one is, like you get nothing. That is shot with the grand like man picking cocoa in the sky. You don't see how the cocoa knife there?
This is before Pier 57.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I'm listening.
So there is a corner.
A lot of corners on the western.
It's right after Pier 57. It's directly right after Pier 57.
By Shortman?
Does he name?
I don't know. Asking you.
I don't know the man name, but there is a green shop.
By Shortman and Yvette?
Yeah, he have a woman there. He does have a woman there.
I'm asking you.
But I don't know the people names, so I don't want to say yes and then I confuse
Baptiste?
myself. I don't know. Oh gosh. But that's right after Pier 57. If you're going for the St. Patrick's area, you're from St. George's, the green shop is on this side, the left-hand side of the road.
Shortman and Yvette.
Right. That's there.
Yeah, that's right there.
You see? I know places.
Yeah, but you ain't getting nothing still.
Come, $5 in the Huawei jar.
Yeah, so right. So Grand Lake, all they get you.
I like how they moving it too. You see the man on the ground and he lifting up the wire.
With the cocoa knife.
This is what they need to do when they're transporting things with these big trucks, so we don't have problems. Anyways, I just an innocent bystander.
You're crazy. But nonetheless.
That's what they need to do though.
Congratulations to Grand Lake. Keep on doing what you do. Just now, what are we buying next?
We are buying nothing else.
What are we buying next? We have water, we have electricity. What are we on again? Now time to invest big money in agriculture. Oh, I understand that the gentleman with the chickens, the chicken farm at
Montrose.
Montrose. I understand that they have started selling.
They have?
Yeah, I understand that they started selling. I wait to see. Well, someone told me, Abby. Abby told me that they started selling, and she saw somebody with some back and neck, and he looked nice. I'm like, back and neck is back and neck. I don't care what it is. Back and neck is back and neck. And when she gave me the price, I'm like, nah, that can't be the price. But I'm not gonna call the price here. Just gonna say that people gonna relook the price. They have to.
Okay.
Back and neck is back and neck. Back and neck doesn't, whatever it is, back and neck. Yeah. I have to go and get me some chicken breasts. I have to find out from the people when they're doing. That's the other farm down here, after the Maho area. They sell chicken breasts. They used to do it 3 in a packet for $10. I'm not too sure if they still do. Yeah? But used to be very, very good. They had stopped for a while, and I've been informed by one of the workers that they've started again. So they did last week Monday. I don't know if they're doing today Monday, but I have to find out from them, how often they do make it available to sell, which is good price if they're selling at the same thingy. So chicken breast, yeah, folks, it's really, well, fresh chicken is always better than buying the other kind of chicken. And yes, the chicken breast, you can slice it properly and get a good meal. One breast can feed 2 children. One breast can feed 2 children. So imagine you spend $10 and you get 3 breasts and you have 3 children. So one breast feeds 2 children, and then the other 2 breasts is for you and the husband and the next child. Simple as that. Everything taken care of there one time. This is real, 91.9, 91.5, www.d. How these people get free adverts this morning, sir?
That's good. That's what we all about.
I understand, but them people are them lucky. I have something to play for you, Nabella. You want to hear it?
Yes.
I am Ray Roberts, a polio victim of the 50s, an era when vaccine awareness was low in Grenada. Nevertheless, in the 60s, vaccine consciousness was nationwide, and those of us of that generation took them all, protecting ourselves against childhood diseases, polio, measles, mumps, and others. The challenge today is COVID-19, and being vaccinated is our best protection. I have proudly taken my jab, and I strongly urge you to take your COVID vaccine and be protected. Have no fear. In Israel, 70% of the population is vaccinated against COVID, and in the USA, more than 125 million people. Be counted, take the jab, and be protected against COVID-19.
You didn't say nothing about my partner, Ray?
I like it.
Anybody saying anything about the robots now, we fighting now. Yeah. I have a different level of respect for him. But hey, Ray, don't even do something figure you would do stupidness. I ain't go talking. But I mean, I deal with you.
No, you're not talking, because that alone, that takes up all the talk for the rest of 2021. That does it. That does it all.
What does it do? What does it do?
That promo.
For 2021?
Yes.
No, man, that is not there. That is, you only get away 1 week.
I don't understand people.
What?
But I'm not going to say anything on air because oh, jeez.
Well,
Anyways, let me go. It's 1 minute to 9. Let me go.
Right, so let me just say this before I go, though. Hold on. Triple N hell. Wait. I have to say this before I go. Stan Phillip.
Mm-hmm.
You know Stan, right?
Yes, I do.
You know Katura George?
Yes, I know her.
Right. Joan Salim Duncan?
Not really, but Joan, okay.
Joan Salim is from Hermitage.
Mm-hmm.
You know where there's a garage in Hermitage?
Yeah.
Just before the garage, there's a house there. That's her parents' house.
Okay.
She has a sister called Lorraine Salim.
Mm-hmm.
Lorraine works at Liat. Not sure she's still there. So Stan Phillip, Katura George, Joan Salim Duncan, and Tobias Clement, all celebrating their birthday today.
Happy birthday, everyone.
Yeah. Toby! Why is he fight? Toby, are you looking for a senator?
No. Play the news. Nice being here with you guys. Tomorrow is insurance with Roberts. I will not be here to beg. I'll reconvene probably on Friday because Wednesday we have Minister Mathurin Stewart. Then Thursday, of course, it's agriculture, and Friday is Free Up Fridays. So yeah.
Toby, don't forget me.
Bye. Play the news.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
Welcome to the latest news update as produced by the Northern News Network. When we return, we'll have the details.
M&M Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials including plumbing, electrical, lumber, cement, steel and much more. We manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors, aluminum windows, doors, insect screens and hurricane shutters. Installation services are available for all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. M&M Hardware Limited. Come on in and experience our affordable prices, or call us 444-6757 or 440-6757 Dusty Highway. Email us at info@mahonhardware.com or mnmdusty@mahonhardware.com. M&M Hardware, foundation to roof. Let's build together.
Hello and welcome back. The group of young men and women who recently graduated from the Grenada Police Training School were told that they should always be mindful that being a police officer does not give them the right or privilege to break the said laws they are tasked with enforcing. In the region, Trinidad and Tobago to receive 800,000 J&J vaccines by August.
This country will receive 800,000 Johnson & Johnson one-dose vaccines by August. Confirmation of this comes from Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley, who says this is being done via a payment which has been made into the African Medical Supply Platform. Previously, he says the AstraZeneca vaccine was being distributed through the platform, but says the Johnson & Johnson vaccines is now available there.
Having made our payment last week, that we are in line to get 800,000 doses of Johnson & Johnson one-dose vaccine. That has changed the picture completely with respect to how many persons as against how many doses.
A substantial amount of Sinopharm vaccines is also expected to arrive in the country next Thursday. Meanwhile, Health Minister Terence Dayal-Singh says this accelerates the vaccination program and adds that the ministry will now be targeting industries or business groups to vaccinate them at mass sites, which starts on Sunday.
For 4,000 doses has been allocated. The Pharmacy Association, 1,000 allocated. Supermarkets and Pharmacy Association have joined together in one. So together they have been allocated 5,000 doses.
Based on this accelerated program, Dr. Rowley says the country may be able to open up sooner, adding that the public will be informed of the phased reopening map next Saturday.
Around the globe, Burkinabe citizens want reinforced national security after Solhan raid.
Burkinabe citizens expressed concern Saturday about what local analysts are calling the biggest massacre in the country's history after gunmen killed at least 100 people in Solhan village Friday night in the Sahel's Yagha province. The attackers also set the local market and several homes on fire. President Rochmark Christian Cabaret has called the incident barbaric. It is true that the president of Burkina Faso has declared 3 days of mourning throughout the country. But we hope he is also preparing something to see what can be done to stop this kind of thing from happening in Burkina Faso. No group has claimed responsibility for the attack, but the government suspects jihadists, whose violence is increasing despite the presence of over 5,000 French troops in the Sahel. Many locals question Burkina Faso's defense and security systems. This is the first time that there have been so many deaths at the same time in a single operation, and above all, so many civilian deaths. This is why the Burkinabe population is very sad at the moment. And the questions about the ability of the country and the defense and security system to stem the terrorist insurgency are growing.
L'insurrection terroriste est de plus en plus forte.
Over 50 people were killed in Burkina Faso in 1 week alone in April, and more than 1 million people have been internally displaced by the violence. As Burkinabe citizens mourn the victims of this most recent attack, many also hope for concrete solutions.
In sports, Brighton defender Ben White has been called up to replace Trent Alexander-Arnold in England's Euro 2020 squad. The 23-year-old made his debut in last week's 1-0 friendly win over Austria, the game in which Liverpool's Alexander-Arnold injured his thigh. This ends the latest news updates as produced by the Northern News Network. I was your presenter, Maxine Entwine. Have a blessed day.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
Well, a pleasant good morning to you, listeners, and welcome to Repairing the Breach for another Monday morning. I trust that all is well with you and that you have had a really great weekend. This morning, I am going straight into the program. I want to share with you a message that I did some time ago. We were doing a series, and we recorded this message, and I do believe that it really is going to give you a perspective that you may not have had before. It's the ways of God. I did some time ago, we looked at the ways of God, the part 1, and now I want to share with you the part 2. It actually has 3 parts, and I am hoping that I'll be able to share with you the 3rd part as soon as I possibly can after this one. But I really want to encourage you to, take your time and really listen to this program. You may want to listen to it again, and in order to do so, all you need to do is to link up with Miss Charles at the station here at Real FM and request it, and I'm certain that she and you will be able to, get some kind of easy way for you to be able to have access to the program. So I know that sometimes people, when you hear something for the first time, you miss a lot. You might be distracted, you might be doing something else, but at least if you can get it again, you can really sit and, pay particular attention to it. So it's the ways of God. And I really, as I said, want to encourage you to take your time and really listen to this program. I trust that as you do, you will be able to embrace the perspective that I will be sharing, right? So we'll go straight into the program right now, and I trust that you will really be impacted and as you apply the principles, be transformed. Let's take the program right now. Last week, we looked at the ways of God, and as it is contrary to the ways of man, to our ways. Sometimes when we say man, because we look at it as a general and generic term, many times we see things and we hear things and we tend to remove ourselves as individuals from it. And throughout scripture, we would see that though the word of God declares that God's ways are not man's ways and his thoughts are not man's thoughts, and so that does not mean that the Bible is saying that we will not attain to it, or we cannot be like Jesus or be like God. Of course not. What it means is that there is a very clear distinction as to how God operates and how we operate. And if we understand the way God operates, we will choose to operate that way. We looked at the whole concept last week of the word way. We said a way is a manner of doing something, how you do it. And without a doubt, God has some ways he does things. And I have a feeling that maybe this is going to go on to the next week or two, because the more I research, the more I go into the word, is the more I see ways, more and more ways. And we're not going to finish this anytime soon, but that's great. Because when we know the ways of God, we will be able to look at it, look at them in the light of our ways, and decide, all right, if this is the way of God, and that is not my way, I am going to choose to do it God's way instead. And really and truly, that is what the call is. That is what God has called us to do. To look at our way, to examine our way, measure it according to his way, and choose to adopt his way. That is what it is about. That is what our Christian walk is about. So, I'm still referring to last week. We looked very quickly and we said that God's way is one of faithfulness. God's way is one of patience. It is one of mercy to the repentant. It is one that speaks of death. It is not afraid of death. There is dying in order for life to come. And God's way is fear. Whereas God's way is faithful, man's way is inconsistent and lame. Whereas God's way is that death must be embraced for real life to take place. Man's way is that we hate death and anything that is uncomfortable and anything that is painful. Whereas God's way is patient, man's way is impatient. Whereas God's way is merciful to the repentant, man's way is revengeful and unforgiving, even to someone who will come and ask for forgiveness. This week, we're still looking at God's way, as I said, but we want to look at some hard ways of God. We will not exhaust it, without a doubt. We'll continue. If we turn to Matthew chapter 25, please turn there with me. Matthew chapter 25, from verses 14 to 30. We see a way there that many of us as believers will have a real problem with. And if we are honest with ourselves, we realize that we don't like a lot of God's ways. Many people, whether they be believers or unbelievers, many of us do not like God's way because God's way is hard. And sometimes we don't want to admit these things, but it is the truth. We don't like this way. It starts off by saying, it said similarly, Jesus is speaking, he said similarly, the kingdom of heaven is like a man going on a trip who called his servants and turned his money over to them. To one man he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, based on their ability. Then he went on his trip. I just want to point out a few things as we go along the scripture. The first thing is that the kingdom, and that is one of the ways that people don't like with God, is that God does not give everybody the same. And a lot of believers don't like that. But God gives according to ability. Many people don't understand and will say that God is unfair, because God's way is not to give everyone the same amount. He does not do it. It doesn't make sense that we are praying for him to do it, because he does not operate that way. It is not
the way of God. God's way is that he gives based on ability. And it goes on, and interestingly, here we see that God has likened the kingdom. Jesus likened the kingdom of God, the kingdom of heaven, and he's using money as the issue. Because there are two gods. There will always be two gods for people to choose from. Many people think the devil is the other one. No, it's money. It's mammon. I'm continuing. Verse 16, and he says, the one who received 5 talents went out at once, promptness, and invested them and earned 5 more. In the same way, the one who had 2 talents earned 2 more. But the one who received 1 talent went off, dug a hole in the ground. You see where he dug it? In the ground. What is ground? In the flesh. He dug the hole in his flesh. He dug it in flesh. We made out of ground. He dug it in his fleshly ability. All he did was surround that talent with what he saw. His own eyes, his own perspective. And we would see how his perspective got him into trouble later on. And he buried his master's money. Jesus left us with instructions and he said, we are supposed to be what? We are the light of the world and the salt of the earth. Light cannot be hidden, neither can salt be hidden in food. As long as there is salt in food, we will know. This guy came instead and he did the exact opposite of what is God's way. God's way is a way of investment. God's way is always a way of multiplication. God's way is always a way of expansion. And if as people of God, we do not understand that about God, because many people don't understand the whole concept of this parable, that it's about God and investing what he has given to us. If we say that we are Christians, if we say that we are people of God, and what God has given to us, we bury it under our complaints, we bury it under our ignorance, we bury it under our fear. It's not God's problem. It's ours. And we will see this soon. That's why I say we're looking at some hard things, because you see, we want it to be God's problem. But it is the servant's problem. And as we continue to see, God did not have mercy on that servant. He just did what his way dictated. And many of us need to just figure that out and settle it, that God does not apologize for his ways. All of us need to get that. God will not change his way to please us. None of us. It doesn't matter how we fast. It doesn't matter how we pray. It doesn't matter how we worship. God's ways will not be changed to suit us. Our ways will change to suit God. And many believers don't like that. We don't like that God will not change his way to please us. That instead, we have to shift our way to please him. We don't like that. Verse 19. After a long time, that's another way of God again that we don't like. We don't like that this long time business. God takes long. Let's not try to metaphorize it. Let's not try to make it sound nice. God takes long. Full stop. That's one of the way he operates. He takes long. We will love for him to do things instantly. But the truth is, we see more instances of God taking long than he does things instantaneously. That's his way. I'm not saying that he does not do things instantaneously. Of course not. I am saying that when we see him take long, getting vexed with him, though solving the problem, and it's not going to cause him to come any faster. And all of us, if we are honest with ourselves, we would all agree that we figure God does take too long. Why? Because his ways are way of patience, and ours are not. And once we agree that we are going to go his way, woo, it seems like everything takes longer. After a long time, the master of those servants returned and settled accounts with them. God is in business. God is not running church. God is in business. He didn't come to ask them how much they worship. He didn't come to ask them about prayer. He came to settle accounts with them. He came to see what they did with the start he gave to them. He came to see what it is that they did with the resources that he released to them. And the one, verse 20, who had received the 5 talents, came up and brought 5 more, saying, Master, you gave me 5. See, I have earned 5 more. How is it that they knew to ensure to invest? If we go back to the beginning, in verse 14, he did not give them instructions. All he did was give them his money. And the servant decided by their own choice what they would do with the money. What will you do with your talent? Now answer me. Seriously, who will we blame for not using our talents? Whether your talent be money when it's called upon to give it, whether your talent is ability, capacity. And listen to me, if our talent is capacity, because your talent may not just be ability, which is skill that you have gotten. But what about capacity, meaning that you have more space to develop what he has given to you, and you sit there and we don't develop it? What are we going to say to God? We didn't have money. We didn't have faith. We didn't have resources. He said, verse 21, well done, good and trustworthy servant. Since you have been trustworthy, worthy of my trust, with a small amount, I will put thee in charge of a large amount. And we see here, he did not say what this large amount is. We don't know if it's more money. We don't know if it's just additional things that he added to the guy's stuff. But we do know that he gave him even more. To the one with 2 talents, he also came forward and said, Master, you gave me 2 talents. See, I have earned 2 more. The master told him, well done, good and trustworthy servant. Since you have been trustworthy in a small amount, I will put you in charge of a large amount. Come and share in your master's joy. Then the one who had received the 1 talent came forward and said, Master, look at this here. I knew you are a hard man. I want us to stop there. Those of us who believe that God is hard, we don't like to trust him. And many believers believe that God is a hard man. Master, I knew that you are a hard man. And you see, in the ways of man, whenever we encounter somebody hard, we don't like to do good things for them. It's difficult to be a friend of God. When God makes you When you tell God, God, I'm going to do whatever you want me to do. And he say, okay, I want you to do this for me. And he's taking long to give you the resources for what this is. Because he wants to see your faith. And then you turn and you tell him, you see, God, you see me and you and how you just operate. Come on, man. If we are honest with ourselves, I might be here, amen. But God, that is what we tend to do. Lord, you see me, the last time you tell me do this for you, I get embarrassed, God. The last time you tell me do that for you, that thing take too much faith. The last time you tell me to do so and so and go away and where, those people didn't listen to me. The last time you tell me do so and so, these people turned their back on me. They did not honor me. God, the last time. How many of us have told God that? I know I have. In all my year of ministry, every time I have to put my trust in God to do everything he says to do, because you know what? The last time is always where I have to stretch my faith and nobody else stands up. And you have to, and you say that to God over and over. And it's a test that you have to go through over and over until you win. And until you win that test, he will continue to bring you through that test and another test and another test. And the truth is this, we don't like being tested. We don't like the tests of God. We find the tests of God are hard. And of course, we don't want to vex with God for him to know. So we get vexed with the other people that he has placed in our lives. But the truth is, many of us, more people are like this guy. I've heard so many people preach and everybody beating this guy with this one talent, and we're not honest enough to agree with him. Because most of us are like that guy with the one talent. God, that alone you give me, what you expect me to do with that? Plus you're hard. When I expecting you to come through, you coming through on the 99th hour, that I don't say all what I shouldn't say, and I can take on that with you. Amen, Wendy. It's hard. There are hard ways. God is hard, and he's going to make it even harder because watch this. The guy says, verse 24, he says, I know you are a hard man, harvesting where you haven't planted, gathering where you haven't scattered any seed. And being afraid, I went off and hid your talent. He did not even take ownership for the talent that the master had given to him. And I can say again, that is how most believers are. We don't take ownership for what God has given to us. Because if we take ownership for it, we are not responsible for everything to do with this thing. It's difficult then. It's difficult, very difficult for most of us to really own what God gives to us. Because as I said, if we own it, we have to be responsible for it. And for many people, they can't take that. Let me tell you all something from experience, brethren. And many times that is why a lot of people run from ministry and run from the things that God has called them to do. You are the full responsible. You are the one fully responsible for what God gives you to do. Don't get tired up and think it's God. Hey, and I'm not preaching heresy. Look right there in scripture. Right there. Moses is given a vision by God. Some people waited, and that is one of the reasons people don't commit to certain things in God. Moses is given this work that he never asked for. Oh yes, that's another hard way of God. He doesn't ask for no work and he just give you. Oh yes, that's another hard way. Moses there taking care of his father-in-law sheep, doing what he's doing in the wilderness. He's not harassing God and interfering with nobody. God come interfere with the man with burning bush. He interferes with him. And then come in and tell him, in the middle now, when the people that God give him, Moses didn't go and look for no work. He didn't sign up for nothing. God come and tell Moses, those people that you lead in, what and what and what I will do to them. Here Moses, oh God, don't do them that. Other people go run them out on you, God. You see what I said? How many of us really settling matter to do things for God? And that is why the laborers few, you know. The laborers are few because the laborers have been counting the cost. And you're counting cost so much that we've taken, you know how much years now the laborers have got counting the cost to answer God? And that is why the few who answer always overworked. Because most of us feel God is a hard man. He tells us to do hard things. And as I say, it doesn't get any better as we keep going along with the scripture. He did not take any ownership for it because he didn't want the responsibility. And he says to the master, he said, look, take what is what? Yours. Look back your trouble and not going through that headache that you give me. Going and have to go and invest talent. That is too much work. And his master, can you imagine here the master? Now, shouldn't it have been the servant's choice to do what he wants with the talent? Hear the master's answer to him. He said, you evil and lazy servant. You see what I tell you he had? He said, you knew I had harvested where. So look at this. The master does not even say, does not contradict the guy, you know. Because the master knew full well that he's a hard man. He said, you knew I haven't harvested, that I have harvested, where I haven't planted, and gathered where I haven't scattered any seed. He said, then you should have invested my money with the bankers. When I return, I would have received my money back with interest. God is after fruit. For the countless believers that take pride in saying, I am doing my part because I have become a Christian, God is not impressed. He only becomes impressed when we are bearing fruit. How do we know this? Verse 28, the master said, take the talent from him and give it to the man who has 10 talents. Because to everyone who has something, more will be given. And he will have more than enough. But from the one who has nothing, even what he has will be taken from him. But look at this crazy thing now. Throw this useless servant. Can you imagine? Look at the wording. Look at the phrase that is used by the master over a servant who did not treat with the talent properly. The sayings of our master is hard. Nobody wants to hear God call them useless, evil, lazy, waste that time, little faith, hard sayings. Love your neighbor the same way you love yourself. That is a hard saying. Love your enemy is a harder saying. If we really take the words of Jesus to heart, we'll realize that Jesus' way, God's way, is really different from ours. But the thing is this, not only is it different, he still makes this demand, commands us to behave like him. Yes, his way. It is hard because it is different to human ways. Pruning, that's a hard thing. Many of us prefer to be like a tree in the forest than a tree in the garden. You see, trees in the forest don't get pruned. They just grow. Whether they bear fruit or not, most people would never know because they're in the forest. But trees in the garden have to be tended. Trees in the garden are lived in the presence of the gardener. So the gardener will always see if that tree is in fruit. And if a tree is in fruit, is in a garden, getting all the nourishment that it is supposed to receive, it's getting manure, it's getting whatever fertilizer, it's getting water, it's being pruned, everything that is needed is given to it. And if that tree, when it's time, when it's a season for bearing, it does not bear, the gardener, the master, will give instruction to cut it down. That's another hard thing. But that's the way of the master. If you are given opportunity, if you are given space, if you are given teaching, if you are given all that it takes, and you do nothing with it, he removes. He removes the teacher. He removes the sustenance. He removes it and gives it to others that will better benefit from it. It's hard the way God operates. Yes, he's a hard master. Don't make no sense with trying to pretend. He is a hard master. But he's hard for those who do not understand his ways. Will you understand his way this morning? Will you choose this morning to learn, to study his ways? Whenever God gives you something, he didn't give you for you. Oh yes, we really think that what we have is ours. When he gives us something, we better not think first about ourselves. It's hard to think. It's hard to have to believe that God gives us just so that we can share it and we may get from it. It's a hard thing to believe that we have to wait till God in his time blesses you for a blessing that you grease your nose for. It's hard. It's hard to believe that you have to trust God and use all of your resources. Use everything that you work hard for to use it to expand the kingdom of God. Deep down, many of us say, well, why God didn't come up with anything for himself? Well, that is his way. He wants the people in his kingdom to support his kingdom. It's a hard way for many people who don't want to accept it. But it is his way. And brethren, he's not going to apologize for his way. Our prayer, therefore, should be this. Lord, help me to learn your ways and to agree with it, to partner with you. Those who walk with Jesus, other than the 12, when Jesus said, unless you eat of the flesh of the Son of Man and drink from his blood, you will have no part of me. The Bible declares, and many, they all left, save the 12. I'll give you the last hard saying that I'll deal with today. Unless you hate mother, father, brother, sister, friend, wife, husband, children, whoever, all those who are near and dear to you, he said, unless you hate them, unless you could put them and their needs second, third, last, unless I could have priority, you are not worthy to be even considered to be my disciple. Whoa, isn't that a hard say? Father, I pray today that your people throughout the earth who call your name, that our eyes will be open to learn your ways. Help us, oh God, to learn and to love your ways. Father, I admit, as I'm sure many others will admit, that indeed your ways are hard. Your ways are hard, and we don't like hard. We like comfort. And so the preachers who preached years ago and said, come to you because you will comfort, they never explained your hard ways. So we came thinking that we would receive a life that is only rose petals and not the whole rose bush. And when we lay upon the whole rose bush, we realized that there were thorns in that thing. And we came away disillusioned. We came away annoyed, angry even, that your ways are very different from ours. To love our enemy is hard, Lord. To not take things personally is hard, Lord. To show mercy on people who don't show in mercy is hard, Lord. Yet you have called us to do these things. And as a matter of fact, you're not giving us extra points for doing it. You consider it our reasonable service. We don't get anything extra for doing these things because it is the way of life of the citizen of the kingdom. And Lord, we know too, it's too late now to turn back. Because if we turn back, what ready do we have to receive? All we will get is a devil's hell, and that too hard. So, Lord, we are stuck in a hard place. Yours or a devil's hell? Or rather, your hell that you made for the devil. And so, Father, we have to learn your ways and embrace it. And I pray today that your ways of faith, your ways of patience, your ways of trust, that, Lord, we are going to develop it. That those of us, oh God, who have a particular aversion to patience, and a particular aversion to faith and trusting in you, where we want to know first before we could agree, where we want to know how it will turn out as the time goes by to make up our minds. That's not your way. Your way is say yes and start to follow. Our way is we want to see how we will work out first before we agree. But Lord, we have to agree with your way. And so we ask you for help this morning. We ask you for help this morning. We give you ourselves, oh God, so that you will help us to agree with your way. We pray, Father, that we will not choose the way of the servant with the one talent. We will not say that you are a hard man, and because you are hard, we can't work with you. So we'll just put away what you give to us and wait till you come back to give it back to you. But that, Lord, we will become a people who will take pleasure, who will find joy in agreeing with your ways. Father, as we leave this forum, I pray, oh God, that your ways, though hard as they might be, will be what we will be after. Father, we repent for not having chosen your ways, for running away from your ways. And anyhow you look at it, once we stay with you, we still have to come back to your ways. So Lord, I pray that we will agree with your ways today. I thank you, oh God, for your word that has been released as a reminder to us for our family altar. A reminder to us to worship. Lord, I pray, oh God, that we will simply obey your ways and your word, so that we will be able, oh God, to reap the fullness of benefit. Father, we magnify you. We give you praise and we give you glory, oh God. In Jesus' name.
Well, thank you very much for listening today. If you do want to reach out to me, you can do so. My number is 419-9445. That's 419-9445. You can give me a WhatsApp. When people, link with me, it really does encourage me as well to just continue to deliver what is being delivered. But you might have a question. You might have something that you just want to discuss, and I'm very open for that, right? So if you want to reach out to me, you can do so. I trust that you are going to have a really great rest of your week, and that the goodness of God, you will be able to really acknowledge and embrace his goodness, regardless of the package that the goodness might come in. It might come in an unexpected package, but I really do trust that you are going to be able to have a really great rest of the week. So have a productive day.
Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Neil Chaitan, International Social Skill Consultant, and I'm here to let the public know that every child has a right to say no to sexual violence.
And me say no make them take advantage of you.
When you think of Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, what comes to mind? A reliable financial institution that has stood the test of time. Maybe you think about the convenience and quality financial service they provide. Do you think about their readiness to help you retire, achieve your academic goals, build your dream home, buy the piece of land, or the elegant car? or maybe the convenience of their different locations, Jubilee Street in Grenville or the new outlet on Lucas Street in St. George's in the Derek Sylvester building. Maybe you always consider how they're always a phone call away. 442-8602 or 438-4228. They're also online, www.grenvillecreditunion.com. No matter what comes to mind, remember, Grenville Cooperative Credit Union is the best place to save and to borrow, working with you to make your brighter tomorrow.
There comes a time in every household when a loved one passes on, and we all need the support and guidance of a trusted friend. Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home has been your dedicated friend. And now, for your convenience and added financial ease, we introduce specially designed complete funeral packages from as low as $5,500. Same professional quality services, but now greater choices at the lowest possible prices. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. Conditions apply. Serving you from locations in St. George's, Grenville, and Carriacou. Call us at 440-2302 any time of day. Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home, continuing a tradition of excellence.
M&M Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway, St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials, including plumbing, electrical, lumber, cement, steel, and much more. We manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors, aluminum windows, doors, inset screens, and hurricane shutters. Installation services are available for all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. M&M Hardware Limited. Come on in and experience our affordable prices, or call us 444-6757 or 440-6757 Dusty Highway. Email us at info@mahonhardware.com or mnmdusty@mahonhardware.com. M&M Hardware, foundation to roof. Let's build together.
The first word when you speak about furniture is classic. Yes, at Classic Furniture, they design and make the best in local furniture. All their products are made from the finest local wood available on island. You think it, they design it and make it to your expectations. The highest standards at the best possible price, and they also provide higher purchase for you, their valued customers. Located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville, with their factory at Chantemelle in St. Patrick. That's where you need to visit when looking for products made of the finest local wood. They deliver and install items at no extra cost. Your satisfaction is their mission. The extra step is taken to ensure their customers are completely satisfied. They do doors and finished kitchens, supplies mattresses, and restores antique pieces to look like the first day they were made. Hey, give us a call on 442-4645 and 442-9726. Classic Furniture, Grenada's homegrown furniture producers.
All right. Turn your lights down low and open your window curtains. Oh, let your moon come shining into our lives again, singing, ooh, it's been a long, long time. I've got this message for you, girl, but it seems I was never on time. No. Still I wanna get through to you, girl, on time, on time. Say I wanna give you some love, I wanna give you some good, good loving. Oh, it over, girl.
Turn your lights down low. Never, never try to resist. Oh no,
no, no, no.
And let your love come shining in into our lives again. Say yeah. Ooh, I love you, I love you, I love you. And I want you to know right now. Ooh, I love you. And I want you to know right now that I want to give you some love.
Oh,
I want to give you some good, good loving. Yeah. I want to give you some good, good loving.
come on, tell them, Sabrina.
Loving you is like the song I replay every 3 minutes and 30 seconds of every day. Every chorus was written for us to recite. These beautiful melodies of devotion every night. This ocean might, this potion might carry me in a wave of emotion. I ask you to marry me. Every word, every second and every third expresses a happiness more clearly than ever. And when I play on, every chord is like a poem telling the Lord how grateful I am because I know him. His harmonies possess a sensation similar to your caress. And if you ask it, then I'm telling you it's yes. Stand in love, raise my hand and something, ja-ja-less. I wanna give you some good, good loving. I give me that good, good love, good, good love. Give me some of that good, good. Give me this good, 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 good love. Give me some of that. Give me that good, good, that good, good. Give me some of that good, good. Yeah, I wanna give you some good, good loving.
Listen to this now. Say loving you is easy 'cause you're beautiful. Making love to you is all I wanna do. Loving you is more than just a dream come true. And when we do, I'm still in love with you. Say la 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 la, 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 do 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 do. Give you some love. Say I wanna give you some good, good loving. Oh I, oh I, oh I wanna give you some good, good loving. Give you. Oh, I wanna give you some good, good loving. Thank you. Sabrina, everybody.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
The latest news update from the Northern News Network. Details coming up shortly.
For over a decade, Glenlec has invested in renewable energy to stabilize prices and keep Grenada beautiful. In partnership with our customers, our renewable systems generate enough electricity to power more than 1,700 homes annually, reducing our nation's dependence on imported fuel. Our award for Best Distributed Generation Project is just one way our efforts have been recognized. To learn more, visit grenlec.com.
Welcome back. Locally, in an effort to improve the road network in Petit Martinique, the government of Grenada through the Ministry of CARICOM Petit Martinique Affairs and Local Government is currently undertaking the construction of over 200 feet of concrete road and drain neighboring to the Petit Martinique RT School. In addition, in the coming weeks, construction will begin on some 600 feet of concrete road and drain elsewhere on the island. In the region, the Jamaica government has started discussions with a health risk mitigation and contact tracing application firm to assist with the easy detection of people with COVID-19. The release from the Technology Ministry said the technology solution being offered will be tailored to Jamaica's needs to ensure the country reopens fully and safely. Around the globe, the US is donating 750,000 coronavirus vaccines to Taiwan after the island accused China of hindering its efforts to secure doses. Here are the details.
A 3-hour visit with major geopolitical significance. The 3 US senators touching down in Taiwan and promising to give the island 750,000 COVID-19 vaccines. A show of support and gratitude to Taiwan for sending supplies to the US during the peak of its own outbreak in 2020.
We are here as friends because we know that Taiwan is experiencing a challenging time right now, which is why it was especially important for the 3 of us to be here in a bipartisan way. Friends come to each other's aid.
Taiwan was initially one of the pandemic's success stories. Last year, it went more than 8 months without any domestic transmission. But it's recently had a surge of infections, recording most of its more than 220 deaths in the past month.
We are very thankful to the Biden administration for extending a helping hand and putting Taiwan in the first group of countries to receive the vaccines shared by the US. These vaccines are a lifesaver to Taiwan. We will not forget your help.
Fewer than 3% of the island's 23 million people have been vaccinated. This week, more than 1 million doses were donated by Japan. Taiwan has signed contracts for doses from AstraZeneca and Moderna, and it's accused China of interfering in potential deals to secure vaccines from Pfizer. Some, though, blame inefficiencies by the Taiwanese authorities, and China says Taiwan's governing party is preventing it from sending doses of its own vaccines. Chinese-made medical products are banned under Taiwanese law.
The authorities have obstructed the mainland from sending vaccines to Taiwan in every possible way and even falsely claimed that the mainland has hindered its procurement of vaccines. For their own political interest, the authorities continue to engage in political manipulation.
China's governing Communist Party views the island as a part of its territory and has vowed to one day seize it by force if necessary. Their complex relationship has seen Taiwan effectively locked out of membership of the World Health Organization.
And in sports, in football, Spain captain Sergio Busquets tested positive for COVID-19 8 days before the Euro 2020 opener. As a result of the Barcelona midfielder's test, Spain has had to pull out of their final warm-up game against Lithuania on Tuesday. That ends the latest news update. Thank you for listening.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
People to go meet it up. Pass me the Congo, Jama, let me beat it up. God on my side, me no give it so. No weapon that form against us shall not prevail. No man that rise against us, that war they shall never win. Because I will conquer, no I will conquer. Yes, I will conquer, conquer them. Come on, let's conquer. No, I will conquer. Rise up and conquer. Conquer them. Thank you, Father. I want to say thank you, Lord. You are everything, Father. Thank you. Father, you alone shall guide me. No man shall lead my path. In the wind I hear your quiet whispers, and you heal my broken heart. Even some of our friends turn enemies, and they pray for right to feel. And remember you gave us your only begotten son, but we gave him the wound of life. Send down your warriors with the hello. They carry down to the end of days. No matter how the devil try trick me, unto you my soul I will give. Father, I know this time is coming. I can see the high tide raise. Without you there is no rudder. Could it be that we is no weapon that form against us shall not prevail. And no man that rise against us, that war they shall never win. Because I will conquer, oh I will conquer, yes I will conquer them. Come on, let's conquer, oh I will conquer, rise up and conquer them. I am a man, I am a champion, I am a warrior. So who are you to tell me that I cannot make? Who are you to tell me that I am not the greatest thing that God ever created?
Good morning, Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique. You are listening to Hard Talk Grenada. A very special good morning to those of you joining us on the various radio stations, 97.5 City Sound FM, 89.5 CR FM, 91.9 and 91.5 Real FM Radio, 92.9 Sister Al Radio Broadcasting from Hillsborough, Carriacou, and of course 94.9 We Noise Radio out there in Brooklyn, New York, for those of you tuning in from the diaspora. A very special good morning to those of you joining us on the various live streams, whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, wherever you are joining us from. A very special good morning to you. It is a beautiful Monday morning, the second week of June. And of course, we are always, as we say here every morning, very happy to be here, very happy to be alive, very happy to breathe that breath of fresh air. And with me in studio this morning, I have my co-host, Mr. Roland Bola. Good morning, Mr. Bola.
Very, very pleasant good morning to you, Ms. Duncan. It appears as though it's quite a few days I haven't seen you. I know the weekend was 2 days, but it appears as though it's much longer than that.
I know,
you
right?
look very, very beautiful this morning. You're normally beautiful, but you have a special glow this morning. Don't blush. Just accept what I'm telling you. Good morning to all our listeners out there. Every single one of you are beautiful in your own way. Thank God that we have another week that we can start celebrating. It's the first working day for most of us. It's Monday. There are others who have started yesterday. There are some people who have done the shift last night, yesterday, the day before that, because it depends on what you do. And there are some people who work all along. Yeah. There are those who don't work all the time but make money all the time. Quite interestingly. Grenada, Carriacou, PD Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the diaspora, wherever you are, by whatever means you're listening, we're happy to be with you again. It's another day when we will be bringing you some hard topics, hard talk. The weekend was a good one, Miss Duncan, for me. We got some rain.
Yes, and the farmer in you just loved that.
We love that, But it was also yesterday and today, for those of us who follow there's a planting calendar. Right. It's called the McDonald's Almanac. These days you get it online as well. Both yesterday and today are very good days for planting what is called tubers, underground food. So you have your tanias, you have your dasheen, yams, sweet potatoes, edos, even carrots, beets. Those sort of foods that will be underground. They were very good days for planting. So I got the opportunity to plant a little bit of potatoes yesterday, as per usual. I always want to make use of the good weather condition, but also the moon. It's what I do. I love farming. So for the farmers out there, or those who have a little farming in you, if you didn't get through yesterday, you still have the rest of today to plant a couple pieces of potato, or you have a couple of yam heads that lying somewhere around the house, in the kitchen, in a little bucket. You had used the yam and those pieces that you felt weren't good enough for consumption, but can plant. Get someone, if you can't do it yourself, fork up a little area, make a kind of embankment, a bed, put your yams into it, cover it with some humus or compost or what have you. put 2 sticks so that the yam rope can run up, and there you go. You have 2 dashing plants. Put it in the ground, or 10 years or so. It's cassava, which is one I didn't talk about. It's also underground. So all the underground food today is a very good day, yesterday and today. And then you would have to look up again to see when the moon is good. Some people say once you plant it 3 days after the full moon. Mm-hmm. So you have the full moon, you let 3 days pass. They say you can plant underground because the moon is going down. It's something that I can't explain, but it has something to do with how the universe works. And our foreparents work very well with it. Yes. And while generally that is the trend, that when the moon is getting dark, it's getting smaller, it's best for underground food. There are just some days, specific days, that are really excellent for planting underground, for planting over the ground, for planting vine crops, different things, different times. So, if you did something over the weekend, very good. On Thursday last was a holiday. It was what is called Corpus Christi. It's normally a planting day for some people. While from my own view, it was not the best moon for planting, either underground or above ground. But I guess quite a number of Grenadians, in the traditional way, used it for planting their little corn and peas. And that's a time when a lot of people, Corpus Christi, Whit Monday, those kind of days, people think it's good for planting our corn and peas, traditional kind of peasantry farming. But, what is important is that we are here